Hello everyone at Stretford, Paddock. So big day today, big derby. I'm really not sure how I feel about this one. I'm probably, our youth team won 9-1 the other day. So if we could do that, that'd be fantastic. But I am very pessimistic about this one. I'm probably going to say 5-0 Liverpool. I think they're going to come and walk over us. Thoughts? Yeah, she's laughing out of fear, by the way. This could be bad.
Hello, it's me, Dave the London cabbie. I'm not working at the minute because I'm not very well. Probably have to have an operation in June. Thursday night was a bit of disappointment, but we're over that now. We've had a great day against the Scousers today. Let's hope for more tomorrow. I'm going to go the famous Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. One love, MUFC.
Welcome back to Stretford Paddock. I'm Ronaldo Brown, and this is the Manchester United vs Liverpool watch-along. And I'm here with some very nervy-looking guests. We've got RH, up the RH. Might as well chant it now.
Come on, mate. Go on, get it in the chat. Up the RH.
And we've got Abdullah as well. How are you feeling? How are you both feeling? Because you're asking me when I just arrived.
When last time I was there, it was that Liverpool game, wasn't it? And I felt, do you want me to be honest? Like I've never felt so emotionally disconnected with United like for years. And it sounds, but you said it that last time as well. When it's Liverpool, it's different. Like even coming through town and just hearing the fans and everything, then you start feeling it a bit more. So that's one game even for Liverpool back in the day, like when they beat us 4-1 or whatever at Old Trafford and we won the league that season. Like them games, you can never sort of call them no matter what happens. So I think it's always a rivalry. And it's always a game you want to win, regardless of what situation you have. Because if you ruin their season, then that's almost like almost a trophy sometimes. And when you're rubbish, it's horrible, isn't it? But that's how it is with rivalries. But yeah, I'm not.
You feel you're a little bit numb.
Yeah,
I feel like as numb as you can be, or as numb as you can get. I'm still within the belief that United Liverpool, you can't be wanting anything other than a victory, no matter what's going on. And I feel like even if you're expecting a defeat's still going to hurt all the same.
100%. I'm just hopeful, obviously, with the FA Cup game. Obviously got a great result there. If you come out and start, we were saying before, weren't we, Abdul, about coming out and starting with a little bit of fight and a little bit of desire like last time, and it set the tone for the game. I feel like the first 15-20 minutes are going to be so important to set the tone. If we start well, we've got a right chance, but the big games, these are big games. Like you said, if we can spoil their season, and I know it's where we're at the moment, and I know it's not where we want to be at, but,
I think there's been a bit of a buzzword. There's been a few, to be honest, when it comes to United. I think one of them has been injuries. We have been very injury plagued, and we've come into this a game against a Liverpool side that are firing at the moment. We did beat them, but I think we were only the second team to beat them in like 20 plus games in a row. So we've got, obviously Varane got injured, and then you've got Johnny Evans come off injured as well, and you've got Willie Kambawala that's is starting in the centre half pairing. And as you can see, the starting 11 there, and it does make you a little bit nervy. I thought his cameo against Chelsea was decent, but it just feels like game in, game out, we can never get a full complement of 11. And I think when you're coming up against teams like Liverpool in the big games, you do need your experienced heads. So it is obviously a nervy area. But when I'm looking at the rest of the starting 11, there's a lot in there. There's enough in there that should be able to at least make a game of it. But time and time again this season, we're not seeing that.
I think he's put a lot of faith in him, in the young lad as well, because if you look at the bench there, there is midfielders on the bench that could play. Casemiro could drop in, we spoke about that as well, in the centre half position. So he is putting a lot of faith in the young lad, and he has earned it with his cameo stuff. But these are different games. It's all right playing in Chelsea's a big game and stuff, but Liverpool United is one of the biggest games about. So hope for the kids prepared.
Yeah, exactly. And for people that probably haven't seen the starting 11, I'm sure that you mostly have, but I'm going to read out what Ten Hag has gone with, and there's maybe one inclusion in the front three that might have people a little bit here and there about it. And the starting 11 so far is Anana, and then you've got a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Kambawala, Maguire and Dalot left back. You've got a midfield three of Mainu, Casemiro and Bruno, and then a front three of Rashford, Højlund and Garnacho. And I think the inclusion that might have people a little bit divided or probably raising their eyebrows a little bit might be the fact that Anthony probably put his best performance in a United shirt against Chelsea, but Rashford has come in for him, and I think I've seen already a lot of people in the comments aren't too happy with that.
I think
he's going to you straight away.
Yeah,
Abdullah, we know you look.
No, it's
Rashford,
an interesting
so
one because Anthony had his first goal contribution of the season at this stage, which is quite interesting. Cucurella, funny player, isn't he? Coming up against Cucurella. But listen, Anthony, like I said, first goal contribution all season. Was Anthony's performance genuinely asking right now? Everyone get in the comments. And if you dislike one of the players, which like I said, there'll be a divide, like you said, is be honest about it. But was Marcus Rashford's performance against Liverpool last time all round? Forget obviously should have put some of them chances away offside or not, but set McTominay up with 2 big chances, scored a goal in extra time. Coming off that performance and knowing how he is in these big six games, does that play in Ten Hag's mind, even though Anthony's had that game? Because Anthony's finally had a decent game, do you know what I mean? Like an all-round game. So which performance are you going off? What would you rather go off, what Rashford done against Liverpool last time, or would you go off what Anthony did against Chelsea just this week? Like, what's the more value? Because I think Ten Hag's probably looking at it more about that FA Cup fixture, because it's the same opposition, and you probably need someone who's more direct and quick, because you can't have that stop-start moment. I think against Liverpool, I think it's goal. Like, if the ball gets knocked in behind, it's about being more direct. So he probably sees Rashford as the more direct player in that sense for this game. That's probably what.
Do you agree with Abdullah? Would you have started Anthony because he put in a good performance, or would you kind of feed into that, which is true? Rashford often does.
Yeah, it is. I understand
in big games.
You know where you're coming from in that, and the way that Liverpool set up, or the way the United want to set up. They might need a lot of pace. They might need that directness, and Rashford can give us that. But having played, and we've all played and stuff like that. If you put in a good performance, what does that set a precedent to Anthony? Where he comes in. He do, arguably the best performance of his obviously United career, or in a long time, the best I've seen him in a long time. And then the next game, big game, and you find yourself on the bench for someone who, again, let me know what you think in the comments. It's divided, the fan base is divided. Is he doing everything he can for the shirt, or is he not? Today's a different day. Today's a different game, so we'll see. But if I was Anthony, I'd be very disappointed.
So do you see anyone on that bench? Because I didn't run through the substitutes, but obviously there's a few different names on there. Because I was going to ask whether you'd thought Mount might have deserved a start. Something a little bit different, because he did come on and people were quite happy with his cameo. But as we've seen, Ten Hag does like to go with his tried and tested 11, and he has some favourites that he doesn't really deviate from too much. But when you look at the substitutes, you've got Bayern, you've got Harry Amas, which is a bit of a shock inclusion, but someone that's been excelling in the academy. And then you've got Ogune, who personally I've never heard of. You can educate me on that if you've heard of him. And you've got Eriksen, Mount, Amrabat, Ahmad, Forson and Anthony. Very attacking, forward-thinking bench. There's actually a little bit more on that can probably change a game than we've often seen in the past. But is there anyone on there, apart from obviously the young lad, Harry Amas, that people might want to see today? Who do you think on the bench might deserve to come in?
Obviously, you got Mount and Anthony. They're the standouts. Obviously, Ahmad's come on and had a few cameos, in particular the Liverpool FA Cup. Come on and made an impact. So, would you like to see him? Apart from that, Ronnie, Eriksen's, depending on how the game goes, is Eriksen going to make an appearance? If you're chasing the game, probably not. If you're trying to lock up shop, are you really going to, physical presence, you're going to really bring him on? Probably not. Amrabat. So it's just really them three really that I think if you're going to make substitutions, it's a Mount, Anthony, it's a Ahmad. Yeah.
What about you? I feel like are you pretty confident with the starting 11? I know you're not confident in terms of how the game's going to go, but
never really been confident in recent times with Ten Hag's selection, even when we had a sort of full fit squad. I think the one thing I'll say with Mason Mount is, which I was saying off stream before, I would have loved to see him at some stage in midfield. Now I understand you might not be able to sort of have that, attempt that in a big game like Liverpool. But what Man United lack massively is someone that's going to create that separations for the forwards. So when I'm watching like a Bayern Munich, I know that Musiala I'm not comparing like Musiala to Mount in terms of the way they play completely, but Musiala will get the ball in certain areas in midfield, and that will then, as he's driving with it, it will open up a space for Sané, for Gnabry. That's just an example of that. And I think when I watch Man United is the wingers have always it's always a 1v1, 1v2. It's always because there's no one driving with it. And I gave an example off stream before I said with Kobe against Liverpool, when he sort of, went past Gomez and whatnot and then set Rashford through before he played the ball into McTominay. That's an example of what we miss. And I think we miss him out because he's always got that willingness to get the ball and almost, turn and drive. Then I think that's something we really miss. And I think it's something that's massively been overlooked in that midfield. I think it's like a domino effect. Like I said, when I talk about the wingers and even the strikers, it will impact Højlund a lot as well, because it's about creating separation for these players to get through on goal. And a lot of the time it's like hit the ball up the pitch, try getting behind defence, chase the long ball up the pitch, and then we've seen it against
the question is though, who, if Mount was to come into the starting 11, who would he come in for is a question. Because if you're looking online, there's been a lot of discourse recently, which hasn't often been the case, about Bruno and whether he's performing at a level that makes him undroppable. But the issue is United have so many different issues that it feels like it's almost nervy if you're Tenard to drop him, because he is your skipper. He's a little bit of your tempo setter. I know he doesn't always perform perfectly. He's been not himself for the past 6 months or so, but he's always got that ability of creating a chance, creating an opportunity, or making something out of nothing. And I think eyebrows would still be raised if Mount was to come in for him. So that's the thing with Mount. So where does he play if he does come in?
Sorry, you've been playing Scott, and before RH jumps on this, I think you've been playing Scott McTominay in midfield, haven't you? So he covers better ground as well.
It's a difficult one because again the fan base is so divided when it comes to Bruno as well. But for me, and I know a lot of people, I know like you're saying about Mount, he offers that creativity side, but Bruno, that's where Bruno's main game is.
But Ten Hag doesn't play him there. Ten Hag, a lot of the time, Bruno, and I said this when we played Bayern Munich, and I'll repeat every time on stream, that was the biggest indication of he doesn't have a set midfield three. So what he does is, it's almost like an up-down midfield three, and that's killed Bruno. If you wanted to get the best out of Bruno, what you would do is the pure number 10, you play Kobe and Casemiro as the pivot. Now, Sky Sports have done it like that, and it sort of looks like that on our screen as them. But it's never been like that. It's almost like a 3 up, 3 down. And what ends up happening is, like we've seen with Casemiro at Stamford Bridge, like we've seen multiple times with Scott McTominay, especially at West Ham away this season, struggling to cover ground, not winning their duels because they're struggling to get across. Whereas actually Mason Mount, I'll give you some examples like Crystal Palace at home, when he was coming into midfield, and Luton. Now there's not many examples because he's been injured or he's not had the best of games earlier in the season when he played, but in those 2 games he was a great reactive presser. When the ball's coming into midfield, he's got legs to get to the ball. He's actually very underrated with his duels. So my point of view, yes, Casemiro might look like your natural defensive midfielder, and now I said this as a disclaimer, I'm not saying that it's something I would have wanted to see particularly today, because if you're going to put that to the test, maybe you don't do it in a Liverpool game. But there's been plenty of chances for Erik Ten Hag to do that, and he's not done that, and that's when it bites you on your ass, and you keep playing the same midfield, you keep getting overrun in midfield. But Scott McTominay has been playing as this advanced number 8 box to box, where he just ghosts in the middle and then obviously ends up in the box for a goal. But
so would you drop Bruno for Mount?
I wouldn't. I think
a lot of people are saying
played as Kobe, Bruno, and Mount.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying to drop Casemiro
at some stage.
But the issue is
there's no protection now, is there?
No, do you not think? Do you not think? But the way we play,
I don't know, because even though I get what you're saying about the point where covering ground, I get that, but it's sort of like Mainu's he likes to get on the ball, he likes to express himself, he likes to go forward. For me, when you're playing against teams like this, you probably need someone just to sit and protect. I know sometimes he doesn't do that, and his positioning, he's won a lot, I get it, but sometimes his positioning's questionable and where he is on the pitch in that sense. But for me, I would rather have someone, especially with a young lad playing, someone just to sit there and not like babysit him, but sort of be there as a protection.
I completely agree with you, but it's the setup that he's playing. So if you're telling me right now, like you're playing them three, that would be my midfield three. It would be Kobe, Casemiro, Bruno, but the way he's playing is so end to end. We've seen it with that counter attack that got clipped up against Chelsea, where he's jogging back and he lets Jackson run across him, Casemiro, because the game is so open. Because Eric Ten Hag's setup makes it so open. It's not a stable 4-2-3-1 where it's like you got your two DMs. You know that Kobe's dropping in to progress the ball, and you got Casemiro the one holding. It's so erratic in that midfield. It's like it's an up-down midfield three, and then the gaffer's just ignored it all season. And I think it's not highlighted enough. It's the system rather than the personnel. Because I agree with that's exactly what I'm saying. In an ideal scenario, you go, and it's killed for me. It's the player that's killed the most is Bruno Fernandes, because what's happening is Bruno's doing these different things in midfield every 2 seconds, and he's not being your pure creator. He's not being your risk taker.
So I don't see how that's helped with the inclusion of Mount. One thing that I was quite baffled with in terms of the silent of Mount, because I even asked you, RH, where do you think Mount's best position is? Because we spent a couple of windows chasing a midfielder that can get his foot on the ball. Yeah. That was what United was missing. So, and that's the reason why window after window was after Frankie de Jong.
Yeah, de Jong.
And then we pivoted away from that and then signed Mount as an alternative.
But Mount's similar to Bruno.
Exactly, like he's not similar to de Jong. I was confused.
I disagree.
But then you've got, we've been looking for a ball playing midfielder, but then they had one in the academy with Mainu, because he's come from nowhere. So it's like
it's changed it a bit.
Well, it's not come from nowhere, because United obviously we knew who he was and stuff like that. But then it's changed. The question would be to you lads is, when we're talking before about the wingers and the way the wingers play, now we're discussing the way the midfielders are. Like, that comes down to a system. That sometimes personnel, obviously we judge the players for their performances, but the system that we're playing, then we need to get the best out of the lads and the players that we've got. How are we doing that?
I just think like it goes, and just to quickly highlight the last bit of the midfield thing, I think when you mentioned Bruno and Mount alike, where I disagree with that is I feel like they're different number 10s or different high 8s. I'd say I think Mount's more of like he wants that ball on the half turn. I think he's probably smarter in his duels, whereas like Bruno's so, with how passionate he is naturally and how much of a leader he is, he just wants to go into every tackle. That sometimes he'll press at the wrong time or do that at the wrong time. And I think if you're playing with two advanced number 8s, as we've seen City do, as we've seen sometimes Liverpool even do this season with Szoboszlai and McAllister, then I actually think you got two attacking midfielders there that have got great legs. They're actually quite different in what they do. I don't think it's actually had the fair go. And for me, if you're playing that open in midfield, this is what I don't understand. Then the games where we had McTominay playing as the high 8 ahead of Bruno a lot of the time, why wouldn't you rather have Mount in that sense? Because that's someone who's going to turn and give the ball to the front three. And moving on to the wingers, I think that's what they've probably lacked when you talk about the personnel, is because of where we're playing Bruno this season, that ball's not coming in behind.
But sometimes Bruno's being forced out wide to the right to do a graveyard shift when that's not necessarily what the system that we want to play.
I agree, and I think Mount's creativity is a little bit overrated. Though I don't know if that's the best part of his game.
He's not been given a go.
I think there's too many. If you look into it, though, Abdullah, a lot of his assists and he's obviously you got the metrics like what open play, expected assists, etc. A lot of his assists that he got when he played for Chelsea were from set pieces. So like free kicks, corners.
You know, I didn't highlight his creativity. Because I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
And that was the reason I didn't really highlight his creativity, because I'm not looking at it as a pure creative player. Like a lot of the time, if you're playing as an advanced 8, you're not always going to get the assist. So if you're looking at Bernardo Silva, his numbers sometimes at the end of the season wouldn't be like, wow, amazing.
I mean, not goal scoring wise, but
but like even assist wise, you won't like. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I feel like a lot of the time De Bruyne takes centre stage in that sense. Do you know what I mean?
He's more of the assister to the assister. He gets the ball to it.
He's the guy that takes them, and that's why I've been saying. And the other thing is
Grealish suffers
being
from that,
such a reactive presser. And
Grealish suffers from that because
just all the hard work is it De Bruyne.
Grealish is one of them players that, obviously not to speak about a City player, but there's some players like him that can be very, very effective in a game, but they don't get the numbers. But for example, he didn't get an assist or a goal yesterday, Grealish, against Palace, but he was involved in all 4 goals. Do you know what I mean? And then that doesn't come up on the stat sheet.
But so essentially for me with Mount, that's funnily enough, that's how I've seen it, and that's why I never mentioned like his creativity. And like I said, I'm not looking at Bruno at Mount alike because of that. I'm looking at what he does in terms of like how good he is at reacting like as a a reactive presser. Like when that ball's in midfield, he'll come across. His duels are very underrated, and I think
Mount's
he's not had a proper goal.
If Mount's fully fit throughout the season, he probably would play in these games.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying like he should start. I think it's an overall discussion of the season. Whereas there's been times this season where the manager's seen what McTominay Casemiro's done, and Mount's been in and around the team, and then he's persisted in a team against a shite team that we've conceded 25, 30 shots to, and the game's open. Then why if the game's that open? Then why are you not playing Mount ahead of McTominay there? Like, he's going to offer you more legs, like I said. He's going to be someone that's going to do better on the ball.
Maybe physicality as well, because he's
his duels are so overrated.
Yeah, extra body. Man, I think maybe set pieces, extra body and set piece. I'm not sure. You're not gonna get me.
Yeah.
Singing McTominay's praises. I'm the last person.
Bro, I'm not even trying to downplay McTominay, by the way. All I'm saying is, I said this off stream. McTominay, brilliant plan B. Brentford at home, start of the season, perfect example. Aston Villa when he won the game, you bring him on as a second striker, extra body on the pitch, take someone away from a Højlund or Rashford, whoever's playing up front. You've got someone to then, an extra man there for the defence to deal with. That's where you use him. But me, the best example is probably that West Ham away game.
What's everyone
he was just hanging.
That's what I'm saying. I've got one super chat, an interesting one, and it's more because I think we spoke about Mount long enough, especially with someone that's not, as you said, not got the most opportunities, but he's been injured all season, and when he has played, he hasn't exactly pulled up trees, even though he's not been shown. I personally was never on board with the signing. Will he come good? Maybe. Giving him the number 7 shirt and the pressure, wasn't ever too sure about that. But we've got a super chat here from Discombobulate, what a name by the way, who says, sacrificing an informed Garnacho's best position on the left for an out of form Rashford is mad. And that has been pretty much a constant within the chat so far, is people kind of not being happy with Rashford's inclusion, which has been interesting because obviously he does usually get a goal when it comes to big games, and people often talk about his record against the top 6. But I think if you're basing it on form, I think the Garnacho thing is
best
something that I think the Garnacho is something we can talk about though, because he's started or played so many games in a row.
Yeah.
And as a 19-year-old, how concerned are you about Garnacho being almost too relied upon to start every game and burning out?
It's the same with Mainu now though, because again, 18-year-old, he's putting the performances in, and where we're at as a side, we're very reliant on them lads now, and then that's where we're at. Usually over the years, with the young lads who have done really well, say for example when Fergie was in charge, lads that doing really well, he'll probably put them in, give them a bit of limelight, take them out, put them back in. He'll probably manage them properly, so then things don't get too much minutes, too much hype or whatever. But now where we're at, we don't have any other choice but to play these lads. In terms of Garnacho's been brilliant. He's been brilliant, and he's one of our main, if not one of our main players at the moment. So in a big game, you're not going to not play him. But against one of the lesser teams.
I think it's where the rest should have probably come in early, because you do worry about him down the line, potentially like by the end of the season, you're coming into the FA Cup run, you'd want him to hopefully not get overplayed, because obviously he's such an explosive and direct player. But going back to the point is, I think his better performances have come on the right. Now he's come off a game where he's played well on the left against Chelsea, but I think his better performances for the side have come on the right. So that's just like my point of view in it. I don't know. I think a lot of people that's super reactive. I think we've probably seen that, which I wanted to mention earlier, but like sort of like Rio and the overlap the other day, and the guys on there, and it's like once Brentford draw, it's like once that Brentford draw happens, there's certain reactions to certain players, and it's they're waiting to pounce on things. And I think that's what's happening with the Rashford thing a lot. I think there's criticism that's very, very fair and there to be said. And I think that's what fans have done now. It's like that Chelsea and Brentford game, but then the previous games before that, which was Liverpool, City, and then the one before that, Wolves and Spurs, where he scores and assists. It's like a lot of the reaction from the fans is like, yeah, do your job sort of thing. It's like not supporting the player. So like I think that's what we're starting to see from fans, is like Rashford's back in the team today, but there's criticism, and then I think it just becomes nastiness. And to be fair, I'll say it right. A lot of the guys they have good relationships with, like Rio, and we see him do stuff on 5. But I think with Rio on the overlap and Gary Neville and stuff and Roy Keane, it's the repetitiveness, and I think it's crept into the fans of it became a Paul Pogba situation, which I just don't like. Like that was the thing with Paul Pogba when he was here. It was if he has like a couple of games where he does something and then Man United draw, like if he's scoring or assisting, then United draw on a third or fourth game or lose, and then all eyes are on him. So that's what I think. I think that's what's
I'm not glad to you. I
I
think that's part and parcel with being a marquee player at a club like United. Being
where's that for
Bruno? I've seen Bruno getting pelted.
I'm sorry, but the last 3-4 times, Roy Keane on that overlap, I'll be very honest with you, is every single time I'm on, it's the same repetitiveness of the same thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Bruno's done more for United in the last few years than Rashford, and I think Bruno's built himself enough credit in the bank to where the criticism on him probably took a little bit longer. It took a little bit longer for people to start to criticize Bruno because of him probably being one of our only nailed on successful signings that we've had in the last 10 years, and we've had Rashford, who's had good moments, but we've had
I love Bruno.
Now Rashford in the last 3-4 years, he's probably had a great. It's bits and spurts, it's purple patches and mumps, and that's probably what people have been upset about.
Like,
and also
like last season,
and also Bruno's performances.
The thing is now,
because I will say this.
This has been a pile-on for too long, and I think because everyone in the fan base has got one way of doing it. I don't usually react like this.
Let me finish because there's one thing that you're missing. We can talk about performance and stats and metrics or whatever. But one of the things that's pissing United fans off the most about Rashford is his work rate and his effort, and that's one thing that Bruno can never ever be criticised for, and that's probably why he's
if anything, he does other people's jobs as well.
Do you know what I mean?
When you say that, I completely agree with that. Like especially with Bruno doing other people's job, covering the ground. I agree with that. I love Bruno. I'm not disputing that, but my point is when you say it comes with it because you're a big name player. Casemiro's been strolling that midfield, losing the ball all season, and every single week I'm watching it's a pile-on one single player. And then let's not downplay this because last season when Man United were in the dirt, they weren't creating clear-cut chances. I'll give you 2 examples of these games, and I'm going to get absolutely murdered. I don't give a crap because I think one thing I don't like is this pile-on on a single player. And when they've in the last 10 years, the amount of moments where it's the Europa League run under Jose when he finally wants to play him up front when Zlatan does his ACL in that game, and from that moment Rashford picks up the ball, scores against Anderlecht, then it's Celta Vigo, then he's had the runs in the FA Cup, he's had runs in times when Man United have had good times, and when Man United have won by a goal against a lot of these big teams, and that's why he's got over 30 goals against these big 6 teams. In this shit show for the last 10 years, he's given Man United fans like literally the little bit of happiness that they've had in 10 years, and everyone shits all over him when they get the chance. There's time when you can have criticism, and I don't have an issue with that. There's fair criticism, like Ronnie said there, when you talk about work rate in certain moments, when you talk about things, I'm happy with that. But it's the weekly thing of and what I didn't like the other day, like I said, I'll mention it. I don't care about everyone's relationships with people and what's happening. The reason I'm sitting here and I'm saying it is because every single week it's a pile-on, and that's exactly what happened with Paul Pogba. He had criticism that was fairly levelled at him. He went and left Man United, and what happened to him, Juve's done, and then people say that's an example because that just shows how he is as a player. But what ended up happening with Paul Pogba was every single bad result, not the gaffer, not the other 7 or 8 players, he might have 4 or 5 decent games performing, and he's doing everything, creating chances, people not putting them away, and then once Man United have that bad result, it's back on him. Do you know what I mean? And I think, like I said, Casemiro all season losing the ball, sluggish in midfield. McTominay, the amount of not even getting near a duel on the pitch and winning a tackle, but because he's this big guy, and it's this whole. A lot of the time, I'll be very honest with you, because of how they look at how McTominay is. They're like, yeah, this guy can't be. I'm not saying he's lazy, but yeah, they miss a lot of things about things that he's not doing on the pitch. When you talk about Bruno covering ground in midfield, that's one of the things. A lot of the time, he's coming across to cover for guys like him because he's hanging off the striker further up the pitch. Like I said, because it's the unpopular opinion. I don't care. I've kept it low a lot of the time on this channel, but this
is going out here, lads.
Like I said, I don't care what people think, man.
Can I just say something on that? I'll just say something. We won't spend too much on that because I don't want my mate here getting too upset. Yeah. But Bruno gets a lot of crap. Yeah, and sometimes it's deserved because obviously his attitude is, everyone's saying he's a mad ass, is this, is that. Sometimes it's fair, but he's always working hard and he'll always take risks. Rashford, I like Rashford, but over the last couple of weeks, as a player, I love him. I love his the way he gets at players and scores goals, but his work rate is a given. So when you come in to play football, and the other night and the past few games, I've been at games, Forest away and stuff like that, when he's walking and stuff like that, it's a bare minimum just to run and to fight for the badge and work hard. That's my beef with him.
Absolutely, but when clips
player-wise,
get taken out of
I don't mind it.
What are your thoughts? Like, you understand football probably.
Up
You
the
guys
RH.
will understand it. You like, you guys will understand it.
Wait, hey, hope you understand football.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
you guys will understand it better than me.
Go
but
on, no, lad.
my issue is like that clip up against Chelsea. Like, you guys would have been coached,
Yeah.
or like at a certain stage in your careers or whatever, or like done the coaching. When a team sat in that mid block, like, where's the press in that situation?
I will be honest.
And then that video gets clipped up. There's so many examples, by the way, I say this every time. There's so many examples of Rashford pressing poorly or doing a defensive thing poorly. And then they'll go and clip up a thing of like, why is he not absolutely bolting up Palmer? What? Listen, I might be wrong. I said you guys are the experts.
Yeah,
when it
no,
comes
I'll
to
be
that.
honest.
I'm watching, I'm thinking, what?
On that clip, I'll be honest. I think it is a disgrace in that clip. I think he should be ratting around. But what I will say, there's another clip in the far corner where he's defending in the right back position where he does go to press.
That's what he should
and
do.
he does do it.
Nah,
It's his job.
I don't have an issue with that, but I disagree with that because I think we're at that stage of the game. We're sat in that block. I don't.
Yeah, but
think
he's nearest to the ball, so he should
you meant
engage.
to erratically just go to every single.
Nah,
No,
I will tell
goals.
people though, because I don't know if they're enjoying or laughing at this, but anyway, make sure to smash the like button because I don't think that's like that. Like, if you completely disagree with Abdullah, like I do, smash the like button. But anyway, I think we've spoken a lot on Rashford.
I love it. Oh, the
We've
RH.
spoken a lot on Rashford, Bruno, Mount on United page. We actually haven't gone through the Liverpool lineup yet.
Boo.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not sure we have to care about him. And the thing is, we talked about the injury we've got and how kind of shaky we are.
This is the best watch along I've been on. I'm not going to lie. Any popcorn in the back there?
I'm gonna get cut.
Brilliant.
Starting 11, but let's go through the Liverpool team first, and we can probably continue, and then you can speak about Rashford again, Abdullah, if you want. But
Give
anyway,
Abdul the mic.
It's done, man.
starting 11 for Liverpool is you got Keller and Goal. I hate when they list it like this. I'm trying to work it out. Then you've got a centre half pairing of Van Dijk and Quansah.
You got it on screen there.
And then you always cheers, Ethan. Love that. But you've got Keller and you've got back four Bradley, Quansah, Van Dijk, and Robertson. You've got a midfield three of McAllister, Endo, and Shobo, because I don't know how to pronounce. That's what I just call him. And then you've got a front three of Salah, Nunez, and Diaz. And interesting enough, they've gone for Quansah as a centre half instead of Kanate, as their bench is Adrian, Danz, Gomez, Kanate, Jones, Gakpo, Elliott, and Tsimikas, and also Gravenberch. Having seen their starting 11, it does look fairly strong, and I don't think it does much for our confidence.
Yeah, no. I think for that, what we'll say on them is, it's Liverpool and stuff like that, but the lineup and the personnel that they've got is pretty impressive. I think the front three in particular, obviously Diaz, Nunez and Salah, they'll cause problems all day. But to be fair, the midfield are so technically gifted. They know the roles and responsibilities. For me, we just need to just get at him. Like I said at the start of the stream, get at him, make it hard for him, like we did in the FA Cup. And I think we've got a first 15-20 minutes is gonna be vital. But if we're looking at their squad and looking at our squad, obviously for me, it's a million miles away. But again, it's a game of football. It's 11 players, so who wants it more? So United lads have got to want it more.
Quansah's been good, hasn't he, man?
I think Quansah's a good player. Quansah is a good player, and he hasn't really put a foot wrong when he has played. But going for him instead of Kanate, I think it's interesting because of how aggressive that they do play. They do rely on a lot of kind of like channel defending, especially down at left when you've got Rashford. And I thought Kanate would have been someone that they went for instead. So I think that still could be an area that we target. But another point that I would like to make...
Gomez as well. Gomez is usually
Gomez
in
as
there,
well.
isn't he?
Another point I'd like to make though, and I want to see whether you'd actually agree with this, RH, or whether you've actually noticed it, because it is when a right-footed left-back plays against a winger such as Salah or that likes cutting, I actually like it. I think when you've got your left-back who's right-footed coming up against a Salah or a Kulusevski or a Saka that want to cut inside constantly, they're almost going inside onto your strong side. And we saw how they loaded against Saka at the Emirates
and
in that position, and Wan-Bissaka as well.
Patches against Salah last time as well. I thought he did all right. And you mentioned that, to be fair, before the game started last time against Liverpool, and I agree with that. I think Diogo is he's had some sick games against Saka's the one that stands out for me, but I think some other games where you see the left-footed right winger, and because they're only going one way in a sense, because a lot of left footers are quite just left-footed heavy in it.
Yeah, I think Salah I know he's a great player, but he's very dependent on that left leg. You never really see him go onto the right, or a lot of his goals, most of his goals are left leg. You know, if you're showing him inside to the most dominant foot and stuff like that, the only problem with that is if you're showing him inside and they do manage to beat you in a 1v1, you're in trouble. And then you show him in on the strong side, especially against top quality players, they only need one or two opportunities. So whether he will try and show him line onto the right leg, but he's doing really well. Diogo's doing really well at the moment. He just needs to keep going.
But that's down to you as well, RH.
Up the RH.
It's the up the RH for the Delos improvement, because
producers love it, don't they? Just have a little buzz, don't they? I love it.
You need something on screen.
He's had a few sessions with RH, and all of a sudden Delos player of the season
turned into a different man.
No, I'm buzzing for the season Diogo Dalot's had. I think
it's been brilliant.
He's one of them players where I'll always say, if Man United are to go to places in the next couple of years, which probably won't, like, it's just going to take us years to get to that title challenging level, I think, with the competition you got in the league with Arsenal, Liverpool and City. But if United are to do anything, I think he's one of a few players where you look at the team and say, yeah, he's got a chance of being part of that. I think his all-round game's brilliant. I think driving with the ball, very, very unlucky the other day with that penalty. I think you can be leggy in them moments, and then Mudieke is like running at you, and he's so explosive, he's direct. It happens, and I think it was quite good. We've seen some of the best players, best defenders with that. And what was quite interesting, like looking at his defensive numbers, like probably a few weeks back, not long ago, before the previous Liverpool game, I did some research, and he was just, he was levels above everyone across both Liverpool and United squads, because I was just working on like a thing on both of the teams, like a bit of a quiz thing, and I come across it and I was like, wow, like his defensive numbers were a lot more impressive, in terms of tackles, interceptions, and both sets of defenders in the squad. So no, I think his defensive game especially has improved massively, but that night killed him the other day, because what a lot of people have just been waiting to sort of jump at him, and the moment that penalty happened, they just sort of killed him. They're like,
Listen, you're gonna make mistakes. You're playing in a highly competitive thing. You make mistakes. It's just a character and getting on with it. But for me, like, the one thing that's pleasing for me is from where he was to where he is now, and the development where he's come on, and he's had the experience with the Milan loan and stuff like that. It's just carried him through, and he's having a good season. So fair play to him. Ronnie's smiling here.
Because everyone's, it's not even just us having debates, it's quite heated discussions going on in the chat as well. And this is what happens when you are supporting a club that is underperforming week in, week out. That's what creates the divisions.
It's just passion, it's opinions as well. Everyone's got a different opinion. You know what I mean? That's why we love football, isn't it?
Well, it's why we do streams, why we have conversations in it. It's why everyone around their mates will be the same. So
do you want me to change places though, lads?
Debating now? No,
you're all right.
We're good. Go way back. Do you know? And the thing is, with Kambuala as well, it'll be a test for him, because no matter what you think about Darwin Nunez, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to play against him if I was a centre half. Do you know what I mean? Because Nunez has everything, pace, power, but he's so unpredictable. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think he knows though.
Exactly. I think because he's a centre half's nightmare, Darwin Nunez, I reckon. Because even though he misses chances and sometimes he can be a bit clunky, I surprisingly am one of them people that do rate him, and I think he's someone that when I'm playing against, I'm actually quite worried. And with the centre half injuries that we do have, and we're starting a young centre half in Kambuala against him, I think it's definitely an area of concern.
And it sounds awful, but obviously we're all thinking it. They'll probably expose that as well. Klopp will be like, right, Darwin, play on the young lad there, expose him. You know what I mean? He's got himself a big game today. But I agree with you, Ronnie. I think he's another one. He takes a lot of penalties as well, Nunez, for not being clinical enough and stuff like that. But he is an handful. He's hard to play against.
It's actually sometimes. I think what's quite difficult is when you're playing for Liverpool and City, it's almost like such a huge blessing to be playing under Klopp and Pep, because you get so many chances because you play this attacking football. With Liverpool it's a bit more transitional, a bit more into space sometimes. With City it's a bit more, you're keeping the ball but you're so high up the pitch. So when forwards don't perform because they'll miss a lot of chances and stuff, they really get it, kick up the arse. But I think I do agree. I think with Nunez, with what he said, I think is his unpredictability, and I think especially today, like that'll be his biggest challenge, Kambuala. I think him and it depends who's starting at right back, because last time it was Wan-Bissaka. Last week it was Diogo Dalot.
That's the only thing. You don't know whether
Which sides they're going to
switch, but
I think
I'd put
Wan-Bissaka right and
I'd do that.
Dalot
Because
left.
Diaz, I think Diaz is going to be the bigger problem
Diaz
for us then.
he's another
It's
fantastic
gonna be a
player.
problem.
I think Diaz is definitely a threat, and
Yeah.
he's one of them. He's relentless, isn't he?
Yeah, he
it's
just keeps going.
He's one of those. He's a great carrier of the ball, but Diaz is also can be one of those frustrating types with his final decision. But he's constantly at you. And I think in these big games, if he's on, you do need your right back being
On it.
I think I'll be
and I
Wan-Bissaka right back. I'd rather go Wan-Bissaka right back today. I
Yeah,
think
Dalot
Diogo
left
Dalot
back,
can
yeah.
do well up against Salah at left back, on the left back side, and yeah, look
I
at
think
Salah.
you know when we talk about, like, obviously we're not going to spend on it too long, but Nunez, like being wasteful with chances. When you're in a team like Liverpool or a City, you've always got someone else to pull you out of the shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's just one of them. But
And because another thing that we haven't actually mentioned, we mentioned a lot about the players, and that's whether it be United or on a Liverpool team. Someone who has been under a constant, obvious spotlight has been Ten Hag, and whether his job could possibly be at some point in question, especially after dropping the ball against Chelsea the way we did, and you've come up against a Liverpool side today that, if they do turn us over, what do you think that could mean for Ten Hag's future? Because we've seen a lot of managers have it almost, there's like a pendulum shift in terms of whether they're going to keep their job or not.
yeah,
Does swing on playing against a City or a Liverpool in your biggest rivals, because these games make so much noise whether you win or lose them. So I think if we don't play well today and we're on the end of a hiding, I think it's concerns for Ten Hag.
I feel like, again, we talk a lot about a lot of things off stream. I think when he first come in, I was quite excited because, the high press, full intensity and, the attacking sort of football. We're not really seeing any of that. It's like a bit of a mishmash where he put 11 players on the pitch. It's like there's no real style or philosophy. And again, we can go back to Liverpool or a City. Whether you like it or not, they've got a system and every player plays to the system. If they don't, then they don't play. So, but to answer to your question, Ronnie, it is concerning. If you don't put a good performance in today, where's the line where we go, right, we're going to keep accepting bad performances, bad results. Look where we are in the table. Look how far we're off for position. Villa are in there and they're more than comfortable in there. Like, where's the line? I don't feel like they will sack him, but I think that there'll be a lot of noise from the fans to say, listen, when's enough is enough.
Yeah, it probably is 50-50, but where do you sit on it? Abdullah, what's your opinions on
I think
how much important is this game today in terms of his future, or is it just the rest of the season in entirety? Or do you think it's already been decided that Ineos are going to give him another season?
I don't really know what Ineos are thinking, to be honest. Like, I couldn't predict it because weirdly you get these reports recently. We've seen, like, was it Laurie Atwell when he was talking about, he's got their backing and stuff, which is quite concerning. It shouldn't be clear cut like that. I think there's question marks that have clearly got to be raised now. It can't be saying, what's happening a lot is we're looking at the Arsenal situation with Arteta, and I think that's our biggest problem. And I think that's probably the club's biggest problem. It's not comparable. It really isn't for me, because I think what Arteta done is, once he went into that second season, is he implemented a style of play. And I think the way Arsenal were playing was a lot more compact. And you always go back to that word, compactness. And Man United are so wide open on this pitch. They're not good off the ball. They're not good on the ball. They don't create clear-cut chances. What do they do? What does Erik Ten Hag have to lean back on and say to Ineos at the end of the season? I've built a stable defence. Now, injuries play a massive part of that, and I understand, but it's about structure. That's why Liverpool have been able to bring academy kids right in the middle of the season, and the teams look the same. Now, I understand it helps when you got Van Dijk, you got Salah, you got staples in that team, you got a spine, but so have Man United. Like we said, we spoke about Bruno Fernandes, you spoke about Casemiro, you spoke about other players and leaders on that pitch, or players that have had impact over the last few years. There's been bits that you can build around that when you bring players into that team. I don't remember us like having that many games this season where we've had control, where we've created patterns in the actual attack, where if I look at a chance like a few years ago, I always give this as an example, like the better teams. So if I'm looking at City, I always know when they had Sané and Sterling, there's a certain type of chance that they'll create where it comes across goal and whatnot. Like, there's a certain way of them scoring a goal. And I look at Liverpool as well this season, where Nunez will almost get that certain type of chance every time. Salah will get a certain type. When I'm looking at Man United, it's like with Garnacho, Højlund, Rashford. It's when they're scoring goals. A lot of the time, it's a moment. It's a moment, and that's what I was highlighting last season. Like as the example of the Leeds goals, I think why I highlighted that with Rashford because it was 2 games, Leeds home and away, where I felt like we were pretty poor and we didn't create a lot of chances, and then Diogo Dalot puts a great ball in the home game, Luke Shaw puts a great ball in the second game, and it's like a moment, but there isn't that constant threat. So even if you got these prolific forwards they're doing something in some part of the season, with like Garnacho now coming into form, or Højlund, Rashford's obviously nowhere near his goal scoring from last season, nowhere near his form. At the same time, you can look at those in isolation as the forwards. There's nothing created, like constant patterns to keep having that threat for the forward line, and I think we're not getting that. And defensively, he's been hit with a lot of injuries, but I don't like the way we play from the back either. I think Lissandro's constantly exposed even when he's back from injury. We play far too deep with him. We start far too deep, I think. Onana at Inter Milan looked a different player in terms of playing out from the back, because Man United is still playing so low. So when they got rid of David De Gea, that was meant to be one of the things that changed. That was meant to be one of the things we highlighted, and I think a lot of the time he's just constantly putting the team at a disadvantage in the way of playing.
You're right. So like we're talking about moments. When people say that United do operate moments, the only way you can do that is if you've actually got a bit of quality in the team. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So then, because there's been this huge thing of, is it players or is it Ten Hag or how much is to blame? And the question is, it's probably everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's probably a mixture of them all. Do you know what I mean? You've got players that are underperforming. You've got players that are probably not as good as we believe they are. Yeah. And you've also got a manager that's been quite incompetent in the way that he's structured the team. So when you've got a mixture of things happening and it's all going wrong, you get the performances.
You say like players underperforming and players that feel not bad, but then a lot of players that are not maximised on their ability. Like we were speaking about Diogo Dalot and the potential. Like a lot of the time when I watch Dalot, for example, he'll drive with the ball into midfield and it feels like he's the only one that's trying to progress the ball in that phase of the pitch. Or like when Bruno picks up the ball, in a sense, you look at him, he's trying to create, but where is he picking it up? He's picking it up off Casemiro, deep in midfield. He's not picking it up as in that area where he wants. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of the time you need to maximise the strengths of the players. Now, if I hadn't seen Bruno Fernandes do it under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in a certain area of the pitch, if I hadn't seen Marcus Rashford be a certain threat in a certain part, even last season, like I said, a lot of his men were mental, because a lot of, when you're looking at the moments, a lot of that's because that's him being clinical in that moment. It's one chance, bang. But that was never sustainable, and I actually said that I'm consistent with it, because I said that last season. I said a lot of what's happening here isn't sustainable. That's a one chance, falling, bang, it's at the back of the net. How is that going to be sustainable? We went and signed a number 9, still the same issue. Our number 9 was meant to solve that problem. We still signed Højlund. So I think my issue with Ten Hag, when you compare it to the players, this squad needs absolutely stripping down. There's no disputing that. There's no point even debating that. We already agree with that. I think you're only keeping a select few of players. I think a lot of players, it's reached a dead end, like I said, whether it's with the fan base and how they view the players, and you've got to move on from those situations. But when you look at it as a whole, this man has not maximised the strengths of probably any of our players. I think even when Kobe comes into this team right now, a lot of the time he's playing end to end. And I don't think he's that type of player. I think he wants to be in that area of the pitch where he's more taking the pressure out of the team on the ball. You don't want him like sort of end to end and, you know, being extra physical and
literally
being up and down the pitch.
Literally on that, obviously, there's been a lot said about United, and the matches are almost like air hockey. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In the way that they are end to end. And we have a super chat here from Joshua Bowater. I hope I pronounced your surname correctly. He said, how many shots are the Scousers having today, lads? I reckon 31. So how many shots, if you're doing an under or over for Liverpool?
It's a mauling.
Do you know what I mean? Because we have seen how many, we got 28 shots against us against Chelsea, and it seems to be hit the 20 mark game in, game out.
22. We got 22 shots.
20 against Everton,
15. 22 shots.
Was Everton 20 or more? 20.
I'm not.
Brentford was 29.
But it depends. Again, it just depends, lads, about how the game goes. Like again, if we're just gonna sit off and let them dictate and create chances, if we're gonna have to just turn it into like the FA Cup game. It's as simple as that. Get in the faces
honestly,
and
just
make it hard.
Like I said, if this is what I'm saying, if the game is so open, just go for it. Right? Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we sit in like a cowardice way of playing, and we still leave it so open at the back. So just
but again,
go
if
for
you're
it,
going to
like-
sit, and this is what we've got, I know we're going back talking about it, but if we are going to sit in, that we need to keep our shape and make sure we're difficult to break down. I think sometimes when we're sitting in, you know, we're getting picked off too easy, because say if Bruno goes to press unnecessarily, then he'll leave holes, and then everyone gets dragged out and stuff like that. And it can't be like that. If we're gonna sit back, everyone needs to keep the shapes, roles and responsibilities, and make it difficult. But for me, how are you gonna get successes like we did in the FA Cup game? And I know I keep saying it, first 15, 20 minutes, get in their faces, hit them on the break, just make it difficult, ask questions of them. If they start the game and they're just dictating the tempo, it's going to be a long afternoon for United.
It definitely
really
will.
is.
And on the Ten Hag point, you've got Akash Paul, thanks for the super chat, mate, who said, can't deny massive aggression under ETH this year. And I think that is kind of what has people on the fence a little bit, because he had a decent first season and then he's regressed. And as a manager, you'd like things, obviously it's not always linear progression, but you don't want a massive nosedive in terms of regression. If you want something to be building incrementally.
I think that if the fans see, like you said, a pattern of play, a philosophy,
exactly
you know, if the lads are underperforming and players are not doing it, and you're going to bring someone else in to do that job, great. But whoever comes in has got to do that job, whether it's, you know, Casemiro, whether it's Bruno, whether it's anybody, Mainu, they've got to do that job if they want to play in that position. And we're going back to them again. City do it. They stay in the lanes, stay in the positions, and be patient with it, and they just let the ball naturally progress to them. With us, we haven't got a pattern. Everyone's like bloody here, there, and everywhere. So I would like to see a bit of an imprint in the team,
because you
on
watch
a coaching
Spurs.
Aspect. You know what I mean?
Because Spurs is a pretty mad example of that. Like, I watched an Oliver Skip and like Højbjerg were all dead and buried like by the fans. Like, I think Højbjerg was even linked to like a loan move or something to the start of the season. Oliver Skip, and then I'm turning Spurs games mid-season. I'm watching Oliver Skip and Højbjerg just pop it around in midfield when they had the injuries, and they actually had a good run of form with them too. And I think a lot of the time it's about you creating the spaces and creating those certain patterns on the pitch to maximise what you have on. You're not always going to have it perfectly. Teams have been absolutely run down with injuries. That's a great finish.
Didn't really score a goal like that, my mate Robbie. Banging a goal in the old firm. Go on the lad. But anyway, massively distracted there. But I feel, to finish my point,
That's class, that.
That is class, isn't it?
What was I going to say? I think with this Man United team now, it's about, you sort of highlighted it. What are we leaning back on? Because I would love Ten Hag, I swear. Like, I'd love nothing more than Ten Hag to have that, like, I feel like we're strong at the back, or we've got a pattern of play on the ball, or we're actually dangerous going forward with constant flurry of attacks. We push so many bodies forward, and I think Tuchel exposed us in a way. Because Tuchel, when he come, if you remember his interview before they played us at Old Trafford, Tuchel says, Man United, they push a lot of players forward, and as dangerous as it is, and I think he was sugarcoating it because he was just licking his lips at how embarrassingly bad it was. He goes, they push a lot of bodies forwards. As dangerous as it is, it's an opportunity to get at them. And he told Erik ten Hag what he was doing wrong before that game against us, because that's what we did at Bayern Munich, because we pushed with like a 6. We don't really have a pure holder. Yeah. We don't have... But yeah, like I said, it's about just seeing something that you can lean back on. Say, next season, you can build around, you know, being a good attacking team. You can build around having a good midfield structure. You can build around being a good defence. We've not seen a single one of those things, and that's been the downfall for me.
Before we get on to the predictions, how much you betting that them lads that are putting them jackets on there right now, because it's raining, are going to take that jacket off and give it one of the kids? Let's have a bet now. So why don't you just save it all, give it the kids in the tunnel? Just let me know. Get in the chat.
There is so many reasons why United should be motivated to win today. Obviously, just in our pursuit of potentially having an outside chance of getting Champions League football, it's one of the biggest games against your biggest rival in football, and the bragging rights I definitely need on Twitter, because there's nothing better than beating the Scousers, and unfortunately it's unlikely that we will get that today. You might think differently, but also we need to try and stop Liverpool winning the title. We can't have that either. So I think United need a performance today, and I will get your predictions from you lads, but also want everyone in the chat to give me their score predictions for the game.
Oh, there we go.
What's happened? Oh,
no worries. Up the RH.
That was a decent little spot from you, RH.
Don't worry, mate. Vision, mate.
That midfield vision's not left you, innit?
Checking shoulders,
mate.
Yes, the airline.
Right, so you just give me your predictions, and we'll let the people in the chat get their predictions in as well.
You are me, mate. You are me.
1-1.
1-1.
Going 1-1. I feel like when you're on adrenaline and you predict a draw, it means that you want to predict a loss and you're too scared.
Yep.
That's what I think it is when you do that.
I'm gonna go 2-1. United.
2-1 United.
I'm gonna and again, I'm being really, really like optimistic here, and I hope it's just again referring back to the FA Cup game. Just get at him, make it easy, get at him, make a game for him. I hope I'm right, or else I'm gonna get some shit. But 2-1 United.
My prediction's going to be, I think it's going to be 3-1 to Liverpool. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
No, it's
That's what I'm
realistic.
thinking deep down.
Realistic.
That's what my that's what my
Bit of hope from the RH.
Ollie, sit down.
I'll never
Actually,
predict.
I take that back.
I'll never predict.
2-1 United is my prediction.
Yeah, cheers,
for this
Ronnie.
game.
I'll never predict a loss.
Yeah.
The draws, the
You've got to be optimistic, lads.
Yeah.
Positivity. We're all realistic here. We know that if they don't turn up, it's going to be a whitewash. But if they do turn up, we got to hope for a good result here.
I think it will be 1-1 going into the final, going into stoppage time, and then Harry Amas comes on and scores a winner.
Yeah.
Federico
And then-
Makeda thing.
And,
Left back
and then we've got a left back sorted. That's it.
Because
10 years of
Lads, what a pre-match chat that was, by the way.
had everything.
Pre-match chat that
Had
was.
absolutely
Love it.
everything. We
Love it.
need this front three again.
Tell you what, I love it.
See,
Scary.
I'd
front
never
three.
get more nervous than when we like the couple of seconds before a Liverpool game.
Yeah, that's when it
love it.
gets
Because
in.
now, even though we're expected, we're massively not favourites, and it feels like the pressure
Imagine
should be on a
playing
bit
in
less.
that, Ronnie.
I'm scared.
Imagine preparing now for the
Probably be like
kickoff in that
Hannibal.
game.
Probably like Hannibal just gets sent off or something. Joe, you're almost a bit too
First
amped.
First 5 minutes straight red.
Playing everything first time.
I heard Bradley's a red, you know.
What kind of Bradley, yeah?
A Manchester red. Might be wrong, but a little birdie told me.
But the game is about to start now.
Come on, the Reds. Come on.
It's about to get very, very real.
Oh, they're shaking. Oh, nervous.
I'm shaking. My toes are shaking.
Salah's gonna clap, isn't he?
He's gonna
Wet conditions as well. I know
Ramadan Salah.
forwards like that, defenders.
Ramadan Salah.
Oh, listen.
You
Basically, what I will say to the chat is, if we get to, I'm gonna say 2,000 likes, that means we definitely win. And you got about 20 minutes to do that.
What are we on now?
Within the next 20 minutes, if we get to 2,000 likes, I think we've never not won a game with 2,000 likes.
Get to 2,000
Completely
likes,
made that up.
lads. Come on. Have you made that up? Yeah, I've believed you then as well.
Or is that
mate.
Sharifin? All right, the game is
Come
now
on now,
kicked
lads.
off. United kick and Nana. Stretford end in the second half.
Get up.
The winner's gonna hit like crack.
Touch you.
I hate when we
Got
are playing Stretford End in the first half, you know.
Conditions, zippy conditions, love it. He's
Going
done very
back
well there. He's not though.
Oh my god.
Come on,
Swan
nervous.
Bissaka left
Dalot's right
Well
back,
tracked.
innit?
Well
Well,
tracked.
Bruno. Release that.
Wan-Bissaka's left
sloppy
back,
that from
lads.
Casemiro.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
It's a good little duel, that, innit? Wan-Bissaka and Salah.
I don't think Salah's gonna get much change out of him 1v1, but it depends if he's a little bit clever on him, because Wan-Bissaka can switch off.
My thing is just like, I would have wanted more protection for Kambala in it on that side with Diaz and Nunez. Like, that's going to be a headache. And I would rather, like,
Done very well.
yeah.
Well done. Free kick,
It's
no?
not a free kick, that.
No, it isn't.
Don't know.
Ooh.
We really need to be better with
Go on, get in his face. Let's press. Go on then. Go on
yeah,
then.
he can't
Let's go.
have done much there, but I was just saying with that moment earlier.
Go on.
with-
Go on, off we
Great
go. Go
ball.
on, Garnacho. Go on then.
He's offside.
He's
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Oh, it's too
Finish.
late, man.
He's offside. Garnacho!
Finish. Yes! He'll be
I think he's
offside,
offside, though.
Yeah, he's
Can't
offside. He's
celebrate.
offside.
Did he play it too late?
He makes good runs though sometimes.
That was
you
a
know.
good move as well from United.
They'll
Good
check
move.
it, but it did look it though, didn't it?
Do you know what? That's really good defending from Robertson, because sometimes there you can panic
Step
and be
up.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna go with the run anyway." Do you know what I mean? To be safe. But I feel like he's
Have
just
a look
about
at
out his
this
line.
one.
1 sec.
Yeah,
he's off, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, Bruno couldn't
I think
have
it's tighter.
played that earlier either. No, he's off. He's off.
I'll have to check that.
Brave
I
from
reckon he is
Robertson.
off.
Because sometimes in that situation you can panic and be like,
Yeah,
as a fullback, and be like,
go
"I'm just
with
gonna
it.
go with it." Do you know what I mean?
Stopped, didn't he?
But he stopped.
But that's what I'm saying. This is how you're going to score against them today. This is why when we were discussing it before the game, I said it's going
Go
to
on.
be
Yes,
pure
go on.
direct. Play it to the left.
Go on,
there.
Couple of
get
sloppy
at
giveaways.
Copy.
Back post.
Chop.
Oh, Bruno.
Nah, he should have done that early. Should have done it early. That's not his game though.
Such a chance
Like
there.
trying to chop it and that.
Got a bit of
Yeah.
a knock there as well.
Just lay that into
Needs to
Kobe.
do better there, doesn't he?
He can't really take men on like that. Like you said,
not
it's
his
not his
game.
game. So
Is that
just
not a
play it
corner?
into Cobby. Bro, if he was more mobile, it'd be insane.
Get up.
Oi.
Because he's not
Stand,
like a dribbler,
stand.
is he? There's such an open game already.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
sugar. What a save. What a save
What a
that
save
is.
by Nana.
Brilliant
Wow.
save.
Wow.
This is a
Fucking
great start for both teams, and it's a good game, this.
Mate, this is a sloppy game. That's all
Good
over.
clearance.
Looks like
Rashford.
Garnacho's
Go on,
hanging
then.
up there
Off
for
we
that
go.
counter now. That's like his thing today. Oh dear.
Get
I'll
up.
get a foot on it, someone.
You feel like this is just going to be a mad game.
No, it's
You
just
can
started
tell,
well,
yeah,
this,
can
to be
tell.
fair.
That is not. It's not a 0-0, is it? Famous last words.
Yeah.
Go on, then. Go on, Manu. It's a
Okay.
good start. Good start to the game.
Well stood up, Anana. Good save.
Yeah,
You could
great
tell the
Dominic
conditions.
Szoboszlai
The
out-
conditions are
all
making a
pass
big
to
difference.
Dominic
you know.
and good
It's a
hand.
great
Good
save,
strong
that.
hand
That's
from
a
Anana.
great save. Great save.
Yeah, very good.
He's had an unreal 2024. To be
Yeah,
fair.
apart,
Since
I
the
think
turn of
that's
the
why I
year.
feel like
majority.
that's why I feel like he got let off a bit for the Gallagher one because everyone said he's played well. Do you know
Mm.
what I mean? Because I think the Gallagher one he could have saved. Do you know what I mean? But outside of
that's
that,
it.
I think he's
Brilliant, Bruno.
think he's been strong.
Come on. Stop trying to.
Need
try
to
it.
simplify it. Stop trying to do too
Foul
much. Just
there.
play off 1 and 2 touch.
It's
He
probably
tries
one of
to
them games
drive
we've
with
got
the
to go
ball,
forward
and I
fast.
feel
Yeah,
like
it's
his
not his
body
game,
can't
mate.
hack it. Like
It's not
I
his
think he
game.
had a bit of it when he first joined, but I think as he's gotten
Yeah.
a bit older, and started playing more football, he
So
just
much,
needs to.
When he simplifies it, he's very good.
so
It's
much
just-
ground coverage though that he does do, Bruno.
No, he does.
Mate,
I mean-
he's everywhere. It's almost what just makes him and breaks him sometimes. Cause
Yeah, because sometimes he gets on the ball and he's wasteful. It's because he's been running
yeah.
around like an headless chicken.
that was the good thing on the rally that I liked. He
Get
was
up.
like, yeah, he was covering ground, but he was the pure just 10.
Well done,
Love that.
brilliant.
Well
Well
done.
Release.
Hey,
Go.
Ooh, that was a fucking.
Hey.
It's a nasty one, you know.
player advantage.
Come on.
That was a bit rash.
Well, how's that an advantage,
Jeez.
lads?
It wasn't really an advantage,
It
was
wasn't. Just blow the whistle.
it? And usually for a tackle like that, you don't.
You better
get
pull
advantage.
that back.
Nice reverse pass.
No, but usually.
Oh, go on then.
Go on,
then.
go on,
Hit it.
Masako.
Oh,
just hit it,
Just hit
man.
one. Let one rip.
He was never gonna shoot there. innit?
Ethan, behave yourself.
Back yourself.
I don't think he'll go back to it, but I think usually for a tackle that aggressive, do you know what I mean?
Go on then.
For a tackle that aggressive, they normally
Well
do.
done.
Hey,
Great pass.
Casemiro.
How's the
Pass.
delivery?
Oh, that was on
smart
its
pullback.
way, you know.
Should have put it in the box. Shouldn't be trying to reverse.
To
it.
be fair
Great
though,
tackle,
that was actually going towards Cobby
Was
and
it?
Rashford.
I just think
you
you
know.
should have whipped it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Trouble. Back stick. Trouble.
Yes.
Nah, come on. You
Well
got.
done.
But I'm
that
telling you, I
Nunez
said
special.
that. What about the conditions, though, innit?
Yeah,
Like, I think it's
slippy,
going to make a big difference today. You could tell.
Fucking hell. Scouse isn't all about a slip. Anyway,
You know, on that position there as a right back, I just want him like whipping.
Yeah.
Like
I
whipping
know.
it. I know what he's trying to see, but like he's in a great position there.
well stood up by Maguire though.
Yeah, he's done well.
Didn't commit. Because I was worried that Nunez was going to knock it because I know he's got the pace on him, but
I know a lot of people were saying about Garnacho on the left. I still just like his game on the right.
I think he's good.
Oh, his all-round game.
He's better on the right than Rashford is.
But it's just good. Yeah, for me, for me, he's probably our best right winger in this team. Like
Yeah.
that you can put together in a squad. Like we've not seen Ahmad have a run, but from what we've seen,
Oh, that Maguire.
Being quite
Stitching him there.
Being gone,
Go on
being
then,
quite
off we
well
go.
contested.
I thought I was dipping on the left there.
Being a very
Come
well
on, lads,
contested
go on.
first half though.
Go on, played.
Go on.
Go on
Love
then.
that.
Go play.
Go on, next one. Casemiro's much better now, growing into it.
Yeah, he had a dodgy first
Love
pass.
that.
After that, he's been quite composed.
Honestly,
Very
like
good.
pass.
Very good, Bruno.
if Casemiro
Nice.
cleans
Hey.
a
up,
lot of slips happening,
Yeah.
innit?
into Diogo.
Go on
to
then.
the low.
Deliver. Done very well.
Great ball.
Brilliant.
Done well to get
Brilliant.
across there.
Bruno and
1v1.
Garnacho, brilliant there.
To
Very
be fair, it shows there with Casemiro. If he literally just has a clean game on the
Picture in
ball,
his
we just
mind,
go,
just play,
we
yeah.
go up, like we go up a level.
Fucking
He's
him
bought
there.
Bradley, by the way.
Yeah.
He's gone
Has
all the
he?
way back to that.
Good. Finally, though, sometimes man, they just leave that
That
stuff.
was a
In.
bare rash tackle, though, innit?
Yeah, just thrown himself. Oh my god, mate.
Rash is
Yeah.
fuming, innit? There was no advantage there, though. He should have just
That is-
stopped it. It's a
my
nasty
God,
one,
that's
that.
a nasty
You
tackle.
those ones you don't play advantage usually, innit? Because
Yeah.
it's even if it is, it's just
Yeah.
a bit. It's a bit too aggressive.
Tried to set the tone there, and he mistimed it, hasn't
A bit too amped.
he?
Come on, man.
He's got to beat the first man there.
Talking about
Well, get a
Casemiro,
second opportunity though.
we would need someone to almost be his. I don't even know at this stage if it's an understudy, like replacement in a
Carmen
way.
Copper.
who do you sign right now? Because that's the biggest thing for me. Because last season he was massive for us. Now we've lost that this season. Like if he has a good game today, you'll really feel it. Like Casemiro.
Yeah.
Like who do you go in the market? 'Cause like who's actually staring you in the face in the market to
What's
sign?
going on here?
Probably have to go quite young, to be honest.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot have been said about Matt's Wafer for Feyenoord.
He's good. I've actually watched him.
Obviously,
He's alright.
Onana. Outside of that, there isn't some blatant.
I think Onana's the same type of player though. I think Onana's
It's a great
What a
knock.
great
What's
knock.
the ball
What a
that
ball.
is? Great defending.
Good, well defended.
unlucky Onana there. Great ball over the top.
Van Disney.
Garnacho feels like he's there for that counter in it, which is good. He's catching little pockets between Liverpool's defence.
Go on.
There we go.
Yes.
Casemiro.
That's how he
there
plays.
today,
That's how
man,
he
I love
plays,
it.
bro.
Yeah, but that's good when he has a picture
He
in
has
his
no
mind and
pauses.
just plays.
That's
It's brilliant.
That was him
he has
last season.
no pauser to his game. It's all like
Just deliver it. Well done. See, like you're
Yeah.
saying there, if he has a picture in his mind just to play it, he's dead effective. Just breaks lines and lets other people's play. But when he's another one, if he takes too many touches, he's
DM's the
clueless.
most important position. It is for me on the pitch. It just sets the tone like between the defence and attack, and that's why, like I said, I've been frustrated with him because he's been one of my favourite players for years, and he was one of my favourite players. For me, he was like probably our second, third best player last
He's just
season.
trying to block him
arguably
there,
our
innit?
best even.
Yeah,
And
it's been quite a lively start though, at least.
Go on then, get up.
Go on, get up. Back post.
Hey.
Wouldn't have minded if he just banged that.
I know.
A little bit heavy in that.
Keep going, go on.
Give him a kick.
Yeah. Nah, just a little kick back there, innit? The thing is,
Bradley
we know
sent
about the
off.
draw that Rashford's had against Trent in the past. I think Conor Bradley's actually a better defender.
It's different, yeah, it's
And
different.
he's
Do
on
you
the
know what I mean?
booking now
More
as well, so
physical
there's
as
10
well.
minutes on the booking, just keep getting at him.
But you gotta actually target him because, like I said, like slippy pitch, you run at him. I think Rashford, bro, like this is where I'm saying, like sometimes because you think, I don't want to dribble here, I need to turn back, pass it, play it safe. Like now, I think opportunities like that when you got a man booked, you just got to take the risk and run at your man.
Yeah, exactly. But it's been a pretty lively start from us. It's been
Well done,
what you
Casemiro.
expect,
You know,
do you know what
good
I mean?
start from Casemiro.
It's just about whether we can keep this up in terms of the tempo. We look a little bit sharp when we do regain the ball as well. And as the possession stats say, we've got 64% possession in the first 10 minutes. I don't think anyone expected that.
Call the game, end it.
Come on.
Well done, Cobby.
Played mainly.
No.
Should have
no.
just gone back to the...
I think he's offside there,
Keeper.
Nunez.
No, but he's
Offside,
is
Nunez.
he? Yeah, he is.
Does he give it?
Did it hit? But
Because
did
it hit
our
it
player?
hit McAllister and then went,
Did it?
and then Nunez was stood offside and then he went to him. I'm pretty sure. Am I
I
wrong?
thought it hit one of our players.
Yeah,
Oh,
should've
he's
done.
offside there,
he's
innit?
off. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yeah. Imagine the score of that.
Should have gone back to the keeper though, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Risky.
I think Mainoo should have went back
Did
to
they
the
give a-
keeper there.
Did he give it a corner?
I think if they
Yeah.
scored from that, it would have been disallowed though.
Yeah,
Which is interesting because Nunez should have known he was offside. He should have left it to McAllister.
Come on, please. Just get it out.
Wait.
One.
Go on then, get
Three
out.
man
Get
back
out,
post.
get out.
Quick,
Get
way
out.
too slow. You could see him.
Oh,
Bro, whoever that
Jesus
was
Christ.
could see someone's like, just get across to him.
Just edge of the box, cut backs. We can fall asleep
have
a
to
little
be
bit
careful
sometimes.
there.
Yeah, so I
Going
don't know
in
who
too
it
deep.
was there, but like, just step out to him, bro. So that was the Palmer goal the other day. The way you just let him set the ball so comfortably and shoot is embarrassing.
Okay, now.
It's risky,
on
innit,
a
lads?
knife edge, this.
not a bad ball, that.
Right, there's the gaps.
It's too easy, innit, that? Travelling through.
Distances are mad sometimes.
That's what we were
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
before. It's yeah. Looks far too easy, doesn't it? Get out there.
But I don't know,
Go
it's
on
not
then.
been the worst start though.
See,
so
I like
far,
that
innit?
there. Like, you pushed them
Yeah.
back. There's a bit of pressure on the ball. Just make it hard for him.
It's offside.
No.
Someone should be almost appealed for that. Well, Liverpool getting their foot on the ball a little bit now. Not
Push
a
up
bad,
now.
not a bad
Push up,
defensive
Rash.
shape though from United.
Yeah. Pressure on the
And
ball.
you don't,
all
I
the
don't think, I
time.
don't think,
Rash-
I don't think
Go on, there you go.
mind
There you
Salah
go.
out there as
Good.
well.
Do you think Højlund sometimes kills himself? Like doing that? all
I don't
game?
know, but
Because I think he's gassing by the 60th, 70th minute every time I watch
I
it.
think sometimes you
Just
can press and work
identify
hard, but be
when and
smart,
where,
do you know what I
innit?
mean?
Yeah.
identify when and where to do it. But again, like your first 12 minutes of the game, you've got to go and put
That's when,
pressure on the ball, a little
to
bit of
put your finger-
intensity. Because otherwise, it's like you said at the start of the game,
Yeah.
if you sit off and let them play
Sets
and
its
get the
own,
way
innit?
into the game, it makes it difficult. I think
They
it's a
get
good
too
start. This
comfortable.
pressure and the conditions as well, like you said before, pressing the keeper, pressing the centre
Anything
half,
that one
anything
slip
can
at that
happen. You know what I mean?
moment. Yeah. I think it's going to come down to that. To be fair, I do feel like something like that could happen in this type of game, like a mistake.
Fuck's sake.
Done very well.
Well
very
defended,
well.
the low.
Good there.
Very well.
Well done.
Well defended.
So good there from Bruno.
We have to be careful.
He's done
on
that a few
transition
times
as
this
well.
season, Delow.
Was he on side there?
He is.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Nunez was on.
Well played,
Well
man.
played.
Well
Wow.
played, Delow. Done that in the Liverpool game in the FA Cup as well, like last man.
Don't realise
He's
how
got
quick he is.
recovery pace and power
Yeah,
in
you
it.
don't
He's-
You know what it is
understand how
though?
quick
I've always noticed it,
If
people never
do you want me
caught.
to be honest? If like a Van
Deceiving
Dijk
though, innit?
or
Yeah.
any defender done that, like a top defender, that would have got rinsed and highlighted. Like, look at that. 1v1,
The low's
the
quite.
1v3.
The load's quite not liked, isn't it, in the fan base?
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's starting to grow on people, isn't he?
Well, no.
I've always been a fan
Yeah.
of Diogo.
Very
I think
good.
I've always been one
come
of
on.
them where I think
Just
you
not
should
sharp
give him
there, innit?
growth.
Come on, get out there.
Don't dive in. Just
Don't
step
dive in,
off,
stand him
that's it. That red card still baffles me. That Anfield one. It doesn't. To be fair, it was Oliver.
Oh, the
Michael Oliver,
the double booking for dissent.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
Michael Oliver's always had it in for United, though. It's like
It's like we just sit in now, surrendered a little bit of territory, but the shape at least isn't that bad.
It's not bad.
But to be fair, a couple times it's been like a 3v2 where they've got in, but
See how
For the
Casemiro's
most
there
part.
in the pocket there, just protecting it. When someone goes near him, he needs to. Well, Mainly needs to check his shoulders as well for runners.
go on.
watch out.
These are clever in midfield, though. Got good technical
They're
players
good,
in
yeah.
there.
I
haven't
love McAllister. Man. I think he's quality, man. He was someone I would have loved
Get
to
up.
sign. Bissaka,
I don't know if that's a foul. It's a bit weak. Stronger than that.
they? You have to be careful. He's done well
Yeah,
there.
well
to be
done,
fair.
well.
Bruno.
Bradley been on a booking already. He's decent because if you see him, he's a bit amped, innit? He looks a bit rash.
They've
Rash
Klo-
team
if
into
Klopp's
challenges.
smart though. He's got options there like Gomez and that, and he doesn't take the risk. But you can get
takes
someone
one
sent
loose
off
one.
like that, like one slip, and he's got to take a man down, like I said, with these conditions.
But I do think refs are a little bit more nervy about sending people off in big games. So I think even if he does have a second yellow,
He'll
like
think about
bookable,
it,
he won't send him off.
Thing was like that the other day. Which game was I watching? There was one proper like that. Was it an
He worries
Arsenal
me.
game? Arsenal City was like that. I think one of the teams just kept going on. Bradley wants to go up as well, so Rashford's
go
really
both.
got to watch him, but also he can if he pushes up and he leaves a space there.
Literally, the only issue when you sit deep is the fact that you lose the kind of the transitional threat in it. McAllister got up there, Jesus Christ.
That's what it's happened 2 or 3 occasions where
Played Bruno.
Go on.
they've got through
Go.
in it.
Go.
Go on.
Reverse.
Play.
Great
Go on.
pass. Go on then.
Ganacho's on. Has he seen
He's
him?
off. He's
No,
off.
he's
He's
not
off.
seen
He's
him.
off.
He's
Slow it
gone
down. No,
wide
no, no.
then.
It's all good. It's all good.
Covered well.
Oh, done.
Covered,
Good play.
covered well. It's a good
play.
pass from Rashford, that though.
I needed to go in there on the outside. I mean,
Good work,
Yes.
good work.
Brilliant.
Go.
See, that's what you want to
That's-
see.
that's what it's-
Brilliant.
hey.
Brilliant.
That's what we want to see, though. Do you know what I mean? That's what we
Bro,
want to see.
I'm
That's what we're
with you on
saying.
that. I ain't disagreeing with that. I'm
fans-
with you guys
hey,
on that. I already said.
That gets fans behind you.
Nah,
that-
listen,
that's what
I'm
I
with
mean.
you. I never disputed that part
Nah,
of what
no,
your
I know,
argument,
I
mate.
know.
Like I'm very balanced with it, but it was just a more element of like the scapegoating that I
Started
don't
well.
like in it.
Yes. Started well. United have, in general, brilliant.
But I think that pass that he gives down to Højlund once he drives, it's
Maguire
the
started well as
separation
well.
thing that I talk about. Because Rashford runs at his man there and takes two or three
Players
men out of the
yeah,
game.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Puts
Højlund's
up
got an
space,
extra
yeah.
space, and we don't do that enough.
We've seen it.
If he's on,
What a touch.
Oh,
No, it's
I
not.
wish-
It's
I
not
wish he
free.
tried
Like,
just
get up
laying
now.
it into
This is the
Højlund.
thing with him now. He needs to just get up and get on with
Oh
the
yeah,
ball.
there was a couple of times he did that against Chelsea, Bruno, where
just
he was
get up and get on
he
with the
didn't
game.
get, and he just stayed on the floor. And I was like, you need to get up.
Oh, no,
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
it's
But that's what fans get the back up with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a captain, you need to set the
Sometimes
standards.
he
Get
lets
up
his
and
emotions.
get back in position. Get on with the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet referees hate him.
They do. It's mad, innit?
But you know what? Sometimes I'd just rather that than have like a captain who just lets it all unfold and just doesn't do anything, man. Like, I'd rather be a little bit annoying like that, but actually speak to the ref.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
passionate's good in the right ways.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, not... Because people get their backs up when he's on the floor for 10 minutes moaning about someone pulling his shirt.
Oh
Come on.
my God,
Actually,
too
no one
much
trusts that run
space.
there.
Brilliant.
Well done,
Casemiro.
Well
brilliant.
done. Well done.
Lay it now, lay it.
Great play.
Oh, Bruno
It's alright,
played
it's
it. Oh, it's
Just
one
a bit,
okay.
bit
Yeah. It's an
under
hard
hit,
pass, that.
under
innit?
hit a pass
Yeah,
in
it is,
trouble,
to be
man.
fair.
There's a lot of gaps in the midfield. Shit. Oh.
Jesus Christ, that was a chance.
Tell you what, there's a lot of movement
Saba's
behind
like-
the TV there. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of movement
Yeah,
behind
it's
the
just, there's a bit of a
Yeah, there's a
there's a
bit-
Scouse Muppet.
Yeah, I
behind
don't
there.
know what's going on behind the TV.
Actually, he's not even Scouse, makes it worse. Anyway, pull it.
That is the least Scouting accent. Least
Yeah,
Scouts
yeah.
accent I've ever heard.
have to be careful in the midfield there, lads.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
too
But-
much space. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
I think Robertson just got away from Garnacho, then pulled the ball back to the about 8 yards out, and
Where are you actually from, Ali?
Shabbat's missed.
Get up. Go on then, mate. Switch it.
Go on.
Oh, left.
Oh, imagine if
Left.
they'd have
That's a
seen
foul,
that.
that. It's a foul.
Whoa.
What?
Garnacho stopped then because he thought he was going to give him a free
I thought
kick.
it was a foul.
Highland,
It's not a
Oh
foul.
my God, if Cobby sees that on the left, he had literally Hoyland
First
and then
time.
Rashford.
Yeah.
Bang.
That's what I mean.
That
I always
would've
have,
been in.
have forgiveness, don't it? You can see it here.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
easy
Oh,
to
yeah,
say,
yeah. No, as in like, you know, as a fan, like that's like you just think now, bang 1v1.
It's worse when
get
you're Old
gassed.
Trafford watching it, especially
Right.
behind the Stretford end. It looks like you're watching it from
Yeah.
a tactical map.
It's different, man. At the stadium, like if you sat in the middle but higher up, you could see it. It's like a tactical view. But when you're lower, you can't really see how it is, innit?
Line.
It's a good start here.
Just rushing into
Just play
tackles,
space.
innit?
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
tackle, that.
tackle,
It's a
that.
good tackle. Bruno's just tried to
Tried to
kick
kick
him.
out and saw that, innit?
Love
Tried
to
the
see it.
subtle triple.
He needs to play line then. First time, didn't he?
Mm.
Look at us trying to coach him. It's mad, innit? like we know better.
Do you know what I mean, innit? Up the
Just
RH.
play line up the RH there. Just play line. Messing around. This is a good start though. I'm happy with this.
It's not been too bad. I just saw the stats there though. We've conceded 5 shots, and as decent as we've been, or partially threatening as we looked on the counter at times, we've actually not had a shot yet.
Oh,
Not had a shot yet.
it's weird, that, innit? I've been watching the game.
Okay, now where's Garnacho?
Robertson's going to cause us a lot of problems today.
He's the outlet though.
Do you think
innit?
Garnacho pushed across to like defend the other centre half, and then because it got switched, he's lost him a bit there?
Yeah, because he must have done because he's out of shape. That's his responsibility, innit?
Yeah.
Unless Highland went to press and he's come round, but
I think that's what happens is when you've got when you're trying to have an aggressive press structure and then pressing structure, and it's too
Go
easy
in
to
once.
bypass it first.
Yeah.
You just there's massive gaps and open behind it. It just took a couple of passes there. And it was like 2v1 down the left. Robertson literally ran 20 yards edge of the box unchallenged.
The one good thing though,
Yeah.
with like the injuries sometimes is you got like a Camboala coming in, and you think, does this like build him up a little bit next season to be an option at centre back? You know, when you're going into the market, if he does well today, then you're like, oh, maybe
He's
we're
been.
targeting
The thing is with
Susan.
Camboala, he's been all right every time I've seen him play.
I've not
for, like,
really seen him like tested though yet.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
not been able to analyse him fully.
I think
He's been all right though.
I think if when a centre half is like a young centre half, and you haven't really have much to say on him.
Unnoticed, good, yeah. If he goes
it's
unnoticed, innit?
decent.
Yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? Like as a defender, it's like the less the noise, the better.
he started well here. To be fair to him,
Good
this
pass.
guy,
Done
look at centre half.
brilliantly. But
No,
that's-
get
that's
up,
where-
get
that's
up.
where-
He's out of position now though.
It's
Massive.
these turnovers now, innit?
That transition's killing us, lads. Hold on.
He does well.
I
though.
recovered Camboala.
Well played.
Thought Maguire and Camboala have started all right, to be fair.
They have. And
That
over the
reverse
top.
pass.
Oh my
Good
god!
header,
I
that.
thought
That's
that was
important
putting it
header.
onto Salah's
Stem
head.
runs that worry me on Wan-Bissaka.
Switches off, like
Do you know what I
you
mean? He
said,
switches
yeah.
off a bit sometimes, so it's like
Funny that because I remember seeing that in like his first ever game. I think it was against Chelsea, I remember being at Old Trafford
Good touch
behind the
by
Stretford
Maney
end,
there.
and Chelsea was shooting, and he had like 2 chances. I think it was like Emerson getting in and then Tammy. And I thought from that game, I was like, you know, he's a good 1v1, but he can really lose his man.
Yeah.
There's a couple of times though that have gone down the line and they've tried to look for cutbacks. Do you think that's been a target area, Liverpool? Because you know
Probably,
how
you know.
United have been quite weak in that area.
One of the weakest teams in the league and defending that zone, to be fair.
Literally montages you can see of goals that we can see.
That
from
stat the other day
Oh,
about
3 header. 1-0.
Diaz, fucking hell.
1-0 Diaz.
1-0 Diaz, unmarked
So
back
annoying.
post. I think flick from Nunez. We never ever get the first contact on corners or set pieces. And 1-0 Liverpool after 22 minutes.
I have to dissect that one. Have a look at that again with that first flick on.
It's like you said,
Whose
the
man's
first
Diaz
contact.
there?
And after not a bad start, not amazing, but not too bad.
No, it's a
I think
positive
that
start.
that
Say
can
that-
almost be a little bit of a sucker punch.
Zonal marking makes it so difficult because, like you know, when you're like, whose
yeah.
man's who in it, and then it's like you don't even know.
He's marked by no one the whole time, Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said with the zonal stuff there, I just prefer man for man, and it's whose man's your responsibility. But
I'm not gonna lie to you, he's reacted and finished well there. But
Great
it
finish.
hits it down, then it's hard to save when he's hit it down.
But
Skidded off
fuck
the
me,
surface.
lads.
I know.
Mark up on me, and it was against Chelsea. I think every set piece we're one of the worst in terms of defending them, and it's like if you don't get first contact, that can happen.
Yeah. It's like I said, the first contact, man, because anything happens after.
I think, like you said there, we think we've had a bit of a positive start, but can we haven't had any shots, and now
Not
we're
a
1-0
shot yet.
down. So it's
We had some decent transitions and just not made anything off them.
It's
have
been
we?
good touch,
good touch, bit of
free kick.
Right, get on it.
Keep
It's
the
emergency
intensity
now.
up.
This is what I
Urgency.
don't like,
I
though,
like that,
when-
Ronnie. Like that's what I agree with. 1-0, just get the ball down and get it going quick. Get the fans behind you.
Yeah.
Keep the
Because the thing that Liverpool would want now is for us to almost just like get into a bit of a shell now and just like sort of accept defeat.
just put a bit more.
So you just need
put
to be on
pressure
it.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about that though. When you come off such a gut wrenching loss, the way we lost against Chelsea, it makes you wonder how we are going to react to going 1-0 down.
Bruno on
We're
the
getting
turn
picked off
today
too much in
needs
the
to-
midfield
he's
as well.
Robertson
struggled
keeps
a
running
bit,
off
man.
Garnacho, you know.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with that. There's always a spare man on the left.
There's
Like I
always a
said,
spare.
Robertson with
Robinson's the outlet, and there's always a spare man in midfield in the pocket as well.
I think Deloney's a little bit more help though, because it's like
Yeah.
every time. And Garnacho's usually decent working back, but he's let.
It might be a tactical thing that like out Liverpool have outdone.
be an
us
outball.
and
Throw
it's not
again.
as a pick
Fucking,
up.
that was, what the hell was
He's
that from?
done two of them.
Trespass that.
Mate, I swear foul
The hell?
throws don't exist anymore. Right? They all exist in
They
some
very
league.
rarely give him.
Yeah.
Aye.
He's played for that. Fucking
Bruno, like in that turn that he
Scottish
done
McAllister. Interesting.
in this game, he's done it a couple of times. That I worried, like why he might get caught on like the turn.
Not the cry, like a little cry.
Yeah. Like just not even just the cry in general. Sometimes I feel like the one moment that he's not, it's almost like his physique. He's more of like a pot. It's better if he just pops it off first time.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
we're
he's
getting
like-
into any
see if we can
personal
get-
battles. He's not
See if
physical
we can
enough,
get
is he?
first contact. Finally, thanks.
Get up.
Goal.
Offside.
There we go.
Surprising get a foul for that, but I don't know if
Come
whether
on, get
he's-
on that touch, man. Like put some pressure on that touch from Bradley.
Time,
Don't
mate.
just
I know
watch
he's
that.
offside behind him, innit?
You just don't. This is what we're talking about.
It's just
here.
the awareness, man.
Just there, you don't do that there. Don't
Good
take it
tackle.
Lad, go on,
Maybe.
off you go.
Go on.
I thought he was
Bruno.
free then, Garnacho, but he wasn't. Van Dijk was on him. Get at him then.
That's
He's
it.
turned it. Great
Oh,
touch.
brilliant
Great
from Bruno.
touch.
Free kick.
Stuff
Drop
there,
of the
soft
shoulder. Great
pass that
quick.
Pass was a bit
Rashford,
square,
yeah.
so he did.
I
well
thought
there.
he was going to give it
Yeah.
Highland.
Yeah.
Highland made the forward run, didn't he?
Played it safe there, innit? But brilliant from
Oh,
Bruno's smart there to win that as well.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what I'm
Good play,
saying
that.
there.
I think Liverpool just got back pretty well as well.
Come on, United.
So you even got Nunez there trying to clear
Fast
up.
break,
So that
track
tells you
back,
what
yeah.
their attitude is like when they run back. Come on, let's get a set piece of our own.
Be nice, wouldn't it? We always struggle off them, don't we? Never get past the first man. It's always,
He'd love us to see
love us
just
to
do
just
something
score
off
off of a
it,
set
innit?
piece. Go on then.
Go on.
Here it is.
Go on!
Oh my
Someone!
days! Oh,
Someone back that.
Cross into back post. Casemiro wins a header unmarked.
Mate. Great delivery by the
Heads
way.
it back across goal.
Oh,
And no one's there.
come on.
You just got to throw yourself at that, haven't you?
You know what? Casemiro's done so well there. You know?
Oh my, he does. To be fair, Hoyland tries to throw it. He's
he
gotta
just
do
misses
better
the
there.
He's
wire.
ducked, but I don't know if he can
I
really
think he's,
divert.
Who's
probably-
that?
Yeah, probably comes at him too quick for him to.
Who
take
was that then,
chance.
Ronnie?
Maguire's
Yeah,
ducked, but I don't
yeah.
think that's come
It's
out
come
well
too
fast.
close,
Yeah.
innit? So he's probably thinking I'd rather leave it.
Mate,
They're the moments we need to go for.
Good
isn't it?
move, man. Great ball from Bruno there.
go on then.
Right.
Brilliant.
He was setting
Great
up that
play.
Cruyff. He was setting up that Cruyff for ages. Good
Brilliant.
pass
Go on.
Left,
Go on.
left.
Rash.
behind.
No, it's
Mm,
poor.
man, the
It's
pass is-
poor.
It's not the best pass though.
No, it's poor from him. That's what I mean. I'm
Yeah.
not blaming Hoyland there. It's poor from
'Cause
Bruno.
then it's like,
Should have given it Rashford early to go 1v1.
go on.
Come on, release.
Okay.
Simple.
No, it's not. No, it's not a free kick, lads.
Fucking get up, man.
Nah, it's not that. It's not a free kick. That. Come inside. It's a good tackle from Nunez. That.
Them boots
It's
are
not
nice.
a free. That's not a free kick.
Them boots are
He
nice.
comes inside. Watch.
These are nice, but get up, you muppet.
It's a good tackle that from Nunez.
He's tackled.
And yeah, well, he's
Oh,
caught
stood
him,
on
but yeah, might be wrong there, lads. But
They're the daft ones that, with our look, they'll VAR.
But in the moment there, he looks like he's just turned and Nunez has come in.
think we
But he
need to
does
keep
stamp
the
on his ankle there, to be fair.
One thing is with this game is we need to keep a flow. So, you know, like Garnacho there, just standing,
Yeah.
dribble, like bang, just pass. I think it's one of them. Once you let Liverpool reshape,
Yeah.
it's one of them, bro. Like, you just got to keep going, be direct.
I don't want
That's how you're
to.
going to catch
I
him.
know it sounds a bit cliche and stuff like that, but it's a good reaction from going one behind. Oh,
Oh,
my
shit.
God, what you trying
Wow.
there?
God, come on.
Well
Good
done.
reaction.
Great
Good
reaction.
recovery, Cambuala.
Brilliant.
Come on.
Come on, lad. Just
I've never seen that before. Make a mistake, recovery
he
tackle,
fucked
thank
up.
the
He fucked
fans.
up the
See,
first
I
one.
see it the other day.
Love to
That's
see
a
that.
fuck-
Fucked up the
Great
first one, but good reaction.
Of course,
good recovery,
Dalot's there
step
for an
back.
high five as well.
Yeah,
Love
The
to
thing
see
is,
it.
when you go down there as well, you're worried. You
Yeah.
double like clumsiness and you give away.
Yeah,
a
you know,
pen.
you made a mistake. You make over eager,
Yeah.
and then you run and then just take him out, and it's a penalty.
That's why I was
Yeah.
worried there, man. If he throws himself at it.
He's got to do better in the first
Well
phase
done,
there, don't it?
Casemiro again. Now release.
Ah, Garnacho. 2 or 3 times, a bit sloppiness
yeah.
from him now. Needs to have a picture in his mind. Come on. Press. That's
Yeah.
it. Get there. Get there.
Nearly.
Good,
Go now.
Manu.
Go now.
Pass it.
That's
Go
it.
on, go on.
No.
I think you go back to the keeper.
Yeah,
Risky
it's an
one,
hard
but you
one,
know
that.
he's got it
Yeah.
there. These lot are taking the
Stitched
piss a
it,
bit now.
stitched
Gotta
in
start
the
getting-
head.
He's got to
Tell
start
that.
Yeah,
looking.
they're a bit loose in the challenge as well. Decent from the low, but I think maybe back to the keeper there, innit? But Bruno's still doing all right.
Come on. Keep this up now.
Need to
Keep-
press on Szoboszlai because he's got good attributes when he's running forward as a third man, but I think in terms of like ball retention and getting on it and like what they say, pause, he hasn't really got that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's the most likely to give the ball away out of the midfield three for them.
I don't. This.
Yeah,
No, it's not the one.
That's not the one.
Oh, I don't know, man. A bit.
The good thing that we've done this game is not do that a lot. Is like minimising the risk until you get higher up the pitch. Because we just, I think you go from right to left, left to right, and then you try open up that space rather than just. And that's what, against Brentford. What absolutely just
Well done.
frustrated me so
Yeah.
much against Brentford is we kept doing that. Just big like ball up to. It was like I was watching Burnley like under Dyche. Honestly, bro, it was just
when
every
we
time.
but it's when we don't have like the first phase build up going. It's just hoofing it up, and then I don't think you won that with Hoyland against Van Dijk. I think that plays into his hands a little bit.
Played, come on,
Well done,
Reds.
that's it. It's not a free
Come
kick.
on.
Carry on. Nice, you.
Good Megs.
Reese, this is what we're talking about.
Jeez.
Bloody
Not
hell,
bad.
Rashford, man. I thought he was
Nah,
about to
that
chip his
pass
own
was
keeper.
alright.
Yeah, it was alright. You can deal with that. Some venom on
Bro.
that.
Swear, especially when you're not on the ground.
Deal with
though.
that.
He said deal with
And
that,
you
but the
just see a
fact
camera.
they had no one pressing him,
Yeah.
kind of made it. Obviously, Nana's decent with his feet, so it was all right.
Oh,
just a
2
bit of a
from the
sloppy
boy.
pass
Come on,
now.
relax. Get your head in it.
30 minutes gone, 1-0 down. We was bright in the first 10
It's
minutes.
funny because I think it's one of our better games in recent times.
I think the control's been regained,
Performance-wise,
but we just
need more threat.
I think we need more threat in terms of shots and opportunities, though.
I think this is what Liverpool are good at, though, with every team in the league. They'll make you feel safe a bit now, even if they've scored that goal. They give you that false confidence.
I think if we keep it at 1, we've always got a
half,
chance.
yeah.
As you said, moments.
It's a good ball, Maguire.
So
Good
Brilliant.
touch.
Well
Go
done,
on.
Rashford. Brilliant.
Go on. Release now. Release. Go on.
Get something. Brilliant.
Right.
Okay, go on,
Go on,
keep going.
Reds.
It's all
Keep
good.
going.
Go on.
Keep him in that corner. Win that.
Well done.
Go on.
That's it,
Well recovered.
Casemiro.
He needs to do better there. Needs to do better there. Needs to retain the ball a bit and is on the break, yeah.
This is the problem. Look,
A lot of bodies.
Five.
Look at
Robertson's
Robertson.
left.
Garnacho.
You don't.
Garnacho needs to do
Robertson's
better there, you
left
know.
him.
Robertson's left Garnacho again.
It's happening time and time again. He needs
We
to
just-
track his runner. It's as simple as that.
Bit sloppy from Manu.
Because as soon as he takes off there, where is he?
And then
Yeah,
he's
there
just
is
not
Garnacho.
there.
It's just, it's just not there, is
No,
it?
We just kind of lucky that the pass from
Yeah, it's
from
behind him.
Diaz
innit?
was behind him.
Didn't catch
And
it
still
right,
still somehow Salah's made something of it. Good save from Onana as well. And now another set piece where we're hoping United are fucking switched on. No one's on him.
Just again, it's like the Palmer thing. Have all day to set
Fucking
it.
hell, man. Yo, could someone go on Salah? Because that's about 3-4 times it's gone to the edge of box and no one's fucking marked him. What's going on?
It's like the,
And he
bro,
can hurt you with the quality as well.
look how much time he's got
Basically
to
a
bring
free
that
kick.
down. And
Silly.
teams are doing this to us every week. We're seeing it against Chelsea.
Vaseline on his gloves.
It's working. To be fair to him, he's been on
At
it.
least if you're an Arnie, you know
Fair
that when
play.
you start for United, your game's never going to be boring.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
true.
Oh, great defending that.
Keepers
Great header.
keepers love that though in a way sometimes.
Look, it's
On
too
him,
easy,
he'll
like,
give it-
it's too easy.
Garnacho there.
Fucking hell.
You know, on that there, like,
Garnacho
you know, like
just
saying him in
don't flip a
midfield there.
Foot there,
It's too,
man.
they've got too much time to get the foot on the ball and play forward
Yeah.
passes.
I don't like when a player's the tackles, not the tackles name, like the pressure there, isn't it? Like just
Good effort.
why do you just fling a foot at it? Go in.
Especially around the like 30 yards out, like you
I'm
need
not-
to engage the box.
I'm not
That's a
gonna
good
lie to
effort,
you.
that.
Nunez has touched the ball there, 16 yards out in the box, and he's had time to set himself,
Put his body
look
shape
at,
where
put
he
his
wants
body
to go.
shape, look at the corner, and shoot then inside the box.
But then the passer he's playing to him has also had 5 to 10 seconds to take a touch and play.
What
Too easy.
are the comments saying? There's people confident.
And
That we could still
don't-
get something.
Don't look at the comments during the game. They're ahead.
No.
They're ahead of us, so you scroll
Yeah.
it up and you can't look at that, man. Do you know what I
What,
mean?
2-0 Salah, yeah?
I'm not trying to get any spoilers. Yeah.
It's like everyone must be nervous.
There's been 12 shots against, so
47%
possession.
they're on track for the 20. And we've still had no shots because obviously the Casemiro one was a cross goal.
Again,
Garnacho
Robertson
is
is
really
left.
you know what? He's
brilliant.
treading water as well, lads.
Lad.
Fucking
It's
hell.
wasted.
I don't know what
that needs
Garnacho's
addressing. That
screaming at.
if
That-
you're Ten Hag looking at that,
someone
that
needs
needs
to pull him for that, yeah.
that needs
It's happened all
addressing.
game now, yeah. He's
Just ball
he's
watching.
sleeping. He has
Yeah.
ball watching. And he's struggling to get
Shredding,
back
innit?
across.
Robertson.
He's going to
is-
kill himself doing that as well, you know. Like, the amount of running he's got to do. Like, if he's not initially, like, just walking with your man, he's doing these full-blown sprints to get back.
And again, you know, he offers so much going forward, and he's such a threat. But in these games, you need to be able to do both.
This is where
it's
the
gonna kill us.
experience comes in as well for
Yeah.
a minute. Like, he's still so young. He's such a talent, but
Let's get a bit off it, lad.
Looks like we've reverted very much to type. After the first 10 minutes, it's been fairly one way. What's annoying me, I don't feel like teams have to play like really, really, really well against us as well to get chances.
yeah, it's just like one or two openings
comfortable, innit?
and then you're in. Like,
It's disappointing when it's a set piece as well.
that's the
You know what I
worst.
mean?
The way it happened as well, just like letting the knockdowns. Ronnie said it at the start, just like the first contact, man. We're never there.
And if
We're
we
so
do get the
bad
first
at it.
contact, it like
It's far.
spills back
Yeah.
post or something. Or they're alive to the second one.
They're the basics where it's not on the manager, man.
Well
Like,
done, Maguire.
Maguire's
Well
done
done,
well so
Maguire.
Very
far.
good.
He's played well so far, Maguire.
Go on.
Right, move it now. Good,
Go on.
brilliant.
Tight this.
Go on, knock it.
Keep going.
It's gone out.
Knock it. I don't mind that. I actually
I don't mind
it.
that.
Try and
I
get
don't
us on the
mind that.
pitch.
The only other option was Highland, but I don't think he could
If
have
he
got the ball
did, if
to
he
him.
didn't try that and knock it, there's nothing else for him to do
no,
there. So I
I
don't
don't
Yeah, I
mind
think
that.
once if he gets past that runner there, then you said Highland, didn't it? Like he's in.
Yeah.
I still think we'll get a chance this half. Like
He had
Closing
no other
minutes.
option to do
As
that
long
there.
as long as it stays 1-0, we're still in this. No, we're like capable of shit housing something more. A moment.
Ahmad again off the bench. Be funny that.
Go on, press. Oh, don't.
Front
It's
foot.
offside, don't he? He goes to-
He's nice
Oh,
on
it's
front
good
foot
though.
though,
It's good.
Cambola.
Go on then.
Yeah, get on him.
Centre
bit
backs
close
are
to him.
really
To get a bit close to him, it's too easy.
centre backs
Yeah.
are really pushing high up. Like one of them's always going quite aggressive, which I don't mind, because I feel like sometimes they just wait for it to come. Be front-footed.
Careful. He scored a goal against Sheffield United as well, pressing the keeper.
Oh yeah, Nunez. That was par from that keeper, was it? Nearly there.
Come on.
Casemiro.
Just need a. Okay, now looks a bit ominous now. Look how far he's tucked inside that Rashford had to go. But a lot of the threat has
Go
come
on,
down
go
the
on.
left side, don't it?
Need to push up there now. Casemiro needs to drop. Rashford needs to go to the fullback.
Good header. He'll
Get
win
up. Well done.
that. Yeah.
Good lad.
Just a second ball in it.
To the ball. Now you get your rest now.
Maybe get one opportunity before the half ends, but as I said, we can't concede a second one before half time now.
It's too easy, lads. Brilliant. Brilliant again from him.
Get up, man. It's fine.
a great
Good tackle,
tackle.
Play
Cole.
on, man. This is what I don't
That's
like. You're
brilliant
playing against
tackle.
Liverpool and they're throwing
Not
themselves
gonna
on the
kick
ground.
the ball out there, right? It's a great tackle.
Play on, man. I hate when United. Why are you doing that?
Nah, we are playing on, but I think
No,
they're
he's
going to
kicking
do it.
out.
Oh, mate, that's poor.
Can tell he's fine as well. Fuck off,
That's
man.
so poor from us, man. That's poor. The manager should be having a go at all them players for that, bro. Trying to play on.
It's a great tackle, that.
Great.
Great tackle.
I don't think he's that hurt. Do you know
No,
what I
he
mean?
isn't, and it doesn't matter. It's on his foot. It's not a head injury. It's nothing.
He
Play on.
maybe left ankle rolled a bit.
Doesn't matter.
I think that was more from I think that was more the ground than the tackle.
It does not matter how hurt he is there. If it's not his head, if it's nothing dangerous, you've got the right to play on, and you're not playing on. That's poor from United. It just shows the mentality.
I think on the replay, you see, he rolled it. Do you know what I mean? His ankle rolled on the second one.
Nunez, that's a great flick from Nunez.
I think
for their
Liverpool
goal.
would have played on there. Just saying. It's just difference in mentality. Shouldn't be stopping. Things like that for me is very important. It's like you were talking about earlier, like when we wanted to quickly play.
Yeah.
Like they're the things that
Yeah.
like just stand there watching. Look at him, he's up and he's back on the pitch.
Sure, yeah. It's mad though. As soon as they actually stop the game,
Yeah, he's
20 seconds
yeah.
are fine.
Look at him, he's on the pitch. It's fine. Joke that from the United players. Ref didn't even want to stop it. He just carry on.
I think they leave it to the players then. But then if it's like too long,
Yeah, but yeah.
No, but they could have popped it straight up, and they started doing this thing I think because it was like Manu, Cambola and stuff. That's where the experience comes in, where you just think, nah, I'm taking advantage of this. You don't fall under pressure there.
yeah, got the low inverted inside there now, innit?
It helps a lot, to be fair.
Done.
That's it.
That's you.
Quick one.
It's a great ball, you know.
That's the
Well,
type
it's
of
not-
pass that
it's a
might
right
open
ball.
them up, innit?
It's not a bad idea,
execution,
but
yeah, it's good that.
The issue is with that is like when they've got like Van Dijk and Kanate, they just can physically
Yeah.
get. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like in
Go on, that's it.
this game, Highland getting in behind,
Ah,
that might be the chance
know
we
ball.
get today.
you've done well.
Fuck's
Ah,
sake.
Don't
Russia.
trip him.
no. Great
Fucking
block.
hell, great block.
Great block again, Dalot.
Oh,
Come on,
fullbacks
Yeah.
Liverpool are there
causing us all sorts.
getting in.
Rashi needs to do better there as well.
It's going to need to go in.
Intelligent.
Good block by
little,
Delo again.
But yeah, Bradley and
good.
Robertson.
Second last
all
ditch
over us.
tackle or block from Delo.
Mate,
Very
such
good.
an underrated defender, man. 2 big moments for him, to be fair.
Got to stay switched on here now. 42 minutes. Another set piece. Got to stay switched on. Good lad.
Good,
Brilliant.
good
Come on
defense.
now, let's
by
go.
Delo.
Let's go
Come
now.
on then, push up.
Come on.
Get out.
It's just on the
Aggressive.
second phase now, isn't it?
Get out.
This is where he can be caught now.
Get up.
Come on, Bruno.
Well done.
Now go. Now go.
Turn.
Just don't have the ability to
Now
turn.
go.
Doesn't, does it?
Yeah.
Oh my
And,
God.
Nah,
why is
fucking
he
hell,
playing
Bad
now?
Bruno.
decision. Bad decision. Bad decision making.
Settle down on it, man. Just about, there might not have been no one on, but I think on that one there, you would have liked Casemiro to turn, but
Like you said, he's not going to turn and drive, is he? He's not going to.
I think we almost have to be quick to like catch him.
He has to play off 1 or 2 touch because obviously the way he's physically and with his legs, can't get away with travelling with it. But poor decision making from Bruno and he's dived in. Casemiro, yeah.
Casemiro, man.
Switched up. Oh,
Fucking
No,
hell.
no. Come on. Go
got
now.
away with
Go.
that, didn't we? Good
Go.
goalkeeping now. Good positioning.
Oh my God.
Bad distribution now.
Just basically giving him the ball back.
Good.
Such a
That's
ball
very
back.
good from McAllister.
Callister's quality, man. Good player.
Good.
Oh
tackle.
my God, Delo.
Well done.
What's a tackle?
Get up. Yes.
Go on, Delo.
Great play. No,
That's-
Bruno.
Come on,
Gotta be
man.
better. Gotta be
More
better.
than once, man. Come on, Bruno.
See, and that's why people get frustrated with him as well.
He's just,
'Cause
you know, he's got the quality.
Although he does,
but
you know what I
come
mean,
on.
his execution sometimes of them
Quality
passes.
in them moments, though.
You do.
That's
I
a couple
totally
of times
agree.
this game like where we could have just been
He
in.
needs to do a lot better. He needs to play space rather than be too
Yeah.
precise. Play the space.
He's a hitter. I've always said this. He is better at hitting the space than hitting the man.
In
And I
that
think when you got
moment there, he does-
Garnacho's and when you got Garnacho, Rashford type players and Hoyland as well, you got guys that can hit the space. So
yeah, he's not. He's going to catch it, innit? Rashford, if you get the space.
they've had. I can't lie. There's been 2-3 chances now where you just think, set Rashford into that space. But in a way, you hope that, like you said earlier, you just keep like 1-0 and you're still in it because these chances you will get them.
Switched off again. That Bradley's and Robinson are
Causing
causing a bit of problems
Come
on
on
that
now.
and wide
Need
areas.
to punish him the other way, though.
Come on. Short pass.
Sloppy.
They're really good at closing down them spaces. Liverpool are so quick, man.
He's off again. He have Robertson off the screen.
Robertson's gone, innit?
Yeah, he's off again.
that's
Oh, what's the save that is again?
I think he's offside, though.
Is it?
That was
Yeah.
class.
But
from
again,
him.
you can
Before
see
that,
it
to be
even
fair.
though he's not even on screen. You can just see him, Robertson galloping. And
Do you know
no
how
one's
much that
near him.
gives your thingy as well, bro? Do you know how much that gives your your winger? Because he's just taking a man
Yeah.
away. We really missed that, with no Shaw at left back. Like I feel like he can always take a man with him, Shaw. To be fair, as like Wan-Bissaka doesn't really do that, and Diogo's more like in that inverted thing now. That's his role.
I think we really
Got
need
one
to
more-
address that.
We do got 1 more minute left till half time. At least, I didn't want us to do is concede a second before half time. At least give us an opportunity to regroup.
Come on, United, man.
Still no shots. 14 for Liverpool. 4 on target. Possession 43% to 57 for Liverpool.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
It's not the one there, man. You don't wait for that there.
Fuck's sake.
Close the ball. Oh, great tackle again.
Well played,
On
Wan-Bissaka.
Bazaka.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very glad that Bradley's went
Yeah.
shot there and not pulled the ball back.
Oh, was it Bradley? I thought it was like there on the edge. Because I was like,
I
he's
think
got a
I
shot as well. No, it's Sabazlai there.
I think if he's
Oh, you mean?
but if he hits it back there
okay,
too.
okay.
Mm.
Yeah, Salah's fuming, isn't he? Head's gone. Just defend the corner. please.
Everything's last ditch, innit? It's like a last block, last
Yeah.
tackle. Got to make Liverpool pay
Why?
for this though. That's it now, innit? Half time.
Not blue yet.
Blow it. Or is Anthony Taylor going to wait for him to attack again?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, fucking hell.
Just blew it.
Right, so it's half time. We are 1-0 down, and it's been a very underwhelming half again. I think the first 10 minutes gave us a little bit of false hope. I think we huffed and puffed a little bit. But for the rest of the game, it's been fairly one-way traffic. I don't think we've had a shot on goal yet. Never mind one on target. And Liverpool have had 15 shots and are 1-0 up. And I think we are lucky and hopeful that we're actually just 1-0 down.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more confidence you have, lads. I think if we conceded again before the half time break, I think we'd be a little bit worse off. But
game over.
It's not. It's looking ominous right now.
Yeah. I think for me, like the first 10-15 minutes, we give a right go 1-0 down. I thought the reaction was quite good to the goal going in. We kept going in terms of effort, application, and stuff like that. But like you said, the quality's got to be there as well. If you put in the effort in and the fans are behind you, you're putting the effort in and you're being competitive, but you have to have that quality as well. We're sat here 20 minutes gone and we're like, we started well here, but we've not had a shot. And
it comes off deceiving. Moments because you see it, because you're like, the transitions are opening up and then the passes, it's not coming in.
The lack of quality, Bruno, one or two occasions, a few. One thing that we've really got to address is obviously on both flanks, in particular on the left, is Robertson's going off Garnacho way too much. He's getting on his bike. Garnacho's not following his runner and he's causing a lot of problems. And also for me, in the midfield as well, they've got 3 very good technical players in there and they're having far
just
too
like a
much
rotation
time.
In there between them and it's causing
too much time
problems.
and it's...
Yeah.
And
I think there's a number of concerns in the first half in terms of, I think, Bruno's performance. I thought Bruno killed us in that first half. He is probably like our first point of transition when we get the ball back, and we need him to be better on the ball than he has been.
Yeah.
And he's killed so many of our attacks, and he's like, he doesn't have the temperament just to get his foot on the ball. I thought he was shocking that first half. I thought he was playing against us. I thought we said that Rashford looked bright in the first 10 minutes, and after that, nothing.
Yep.
Garnacho on the other side has basically been toasted by Robertson.
Agreed.
I think there's been 3-4 occasions where Robertson's left Garnacho and he's basically ran up the pitch, and he's been one of Liverpool's biggest threats. And
I think
Garnacho's not
out
tracking
there all
him.
the time. Yeah.
I think what we found though with the wingers going forward, and he's agreed defensively, I think it's that again. It's a lot of that is down to if Bruno's having a game where the ball, if he hits that pass, then you're gonna see a different moment because then they're in on goal. It's like Liverpool on the other side, the passes got to arrive to Diaz and Salah, otherwise you don't see them being dangerous. And that's what he said. I think Bruno's that first point of attacking contact.
Yeah.
If the pass doesn't come from him, then you're almost gonna see the forwards go, and that's why Højlund, Garnacho, Rashford, there's been opportunities if that ball comes in there, and especially Bradley because he's on a yellow card, and if you're in that 1v1 situation, I think there with Rashford up against him,
He's not been in the first 10 minutes. He had loads of them moments, didn't he? But after that, he's not.
And we just need to get on that. And I think if we can make. That's what I'm saying. We can just, because it's a game. I said this at the start. I said, Anthony, I understand he had a great game against Chelsea, but it's a game where you want to be direct. And I think if you can be direct against the Liverpool and City, that's the only way you're going to beat them teams.
And in Casey says no point replying to what Ronnie's saying. He's already said he's ignoring the chat. I did not say I was ignoring the chat at all. I just said during the game.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of a delay, I'm not trying to see any spoilers before they happen. That's basically all it is. I'm definitely not ignoring you. I'll never ignore you.
I think what you said there, Ron, is bob on about Bruno. I think in them moments, if you have a real bit of quality, I think it can create chances. I feel like the times where he has had moments to create them, his distribution has not been quite right, and also he's taking too many touches. We identified it in the first half where if he plays off 1 and 2 touch there rather than trying to turn or he's trying to go 1v1, that's not his game.
I instantly see that though when I go watch a United game and Bruno starts playing a bit just one touch, and it's almost, you could tell in his body when he's receiving it, he's got a moment where he pauses but it's not too slow, and then he passes the ball. And Casemiro's, in my opinion, actually had a decent game on the ball, because the first 2 seconds I was absolutely grilling him. Them first 2 balls he was giving away. And then what he's doing is the thing that we're talking about Bruno isn't. And it's 1, first touch, pass it off to the next,
That's
and
when
he's
he's
not like
effective.
overthinking it as well and trying to take too many touches and drive with it, because Bruno's not good at driving the ball, and that was the point I was making earlier about Mount. But you know, I think Bruno just sticks to that one touch, and then when he sees the moment open up, he can hit the pass.
I just think we'd... Sorry, Ronnie.
Go on.
I just think we really need to like focus on. He's great going forward, Garnacho, but we really need to sort that defensive side out of things, because Robinson's getting a lot of joy. Also in the midfield, you know, there's been a lot of praise on Mainu and stuff like that, but I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on him. He looks a little bit starstruck in there. He looks a little bit off the pace. Maybe we need to address that and maybe bring some fresh legs on. But again, it'd be interesting to see what people think about certain things like that.
I think on a positive note, you've got, I thought Maguire and Cambuala as a centre-half partnership have been fairly decent. I thought they both defended really well, and they've actually been quite aggressive and front foot. And I think Anana's been pretty solid as well. But the issue is, when your best players have been your centre-halves or your keeper,
it's a concern.
It's a concern.
Yeah.
And anyway, in the chat, I want you to smash the like button. I think half the reason why we're actually 1-0 down is because we haven't got enough likes.
Yeah,
I literally said,
I
I did say, any time that we've had 2,000 likes, we have won the game. But we've only got 989 with 4,000 people watching. So remember to smash the like button. And also,
come on,
we're on 741,000 subs, and let's try and get to 745 by the end of the stream.
That'd be lovely.
I know that's a stretch.
It'd be lovely, that.
I think it's achievable.
Honestly, it'd be lovely. Yeah.
If
you can follow RH as well, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, follow RH.
Yeah, if you follow
RH
Elite Coaching on Instagram and TikTok, that'd be lovely as well while we're promoting.
Get you to Turkey.
Yeah. Wow, Turkey shout. Wow. Embrace it. Going bald, embrace it. Up the RH.
It's got to be.
I think it was. I don't know. He's meant to follow his man, but the highlighting Cobby, I think, you know.
For what?
Diaz.
For the goal.
Diaz, yeah. But I think, to be fair, it's zonal, so I don't know what happens there, because once he's peeled off him,
I think it's one of them. The first instance when Diaz has got the flick on, and obviously he's free. It's a great finish, to be fair.
Yeah,
he's close. He's close by when he digs it into the ground. It's so hard to save, but it's disappointing. Set pieces are disappointing. But again, we've not had a shot. No. So it's like it's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah,
that chance, Casemiro, the header across. For me, you know, Højlund, you know, tries to throw himself, but we need to be getting more bodies around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tap-ins.
No one's actually been alive to it. But we'll get into some of the comments and some of the super chats. We've got a super chat from Discombobulate, or Discombobulate, whichever way you want to pronounce it, saying Mainu being dragged around the pitch is 100% Ten Hag tactics and not Kobe's ability. The more I see this team, the more I think it's Ten Hag's tactics. I think tactics, players, you've got all sorts, and then we don't have the squad depth. I think we've got some people on the bench that could possibly make a change. We've got Mount, we've got Anthony, but I feel like we are clutching at straws. There's been a lot of reference in the chat to the fact that we've only had 0 shots in the game. Yeah. 0 shots at home, whereas Liverpool have had 15
away from home.
There's literally no way to spin. There's no way to spin that into a positive.
It's worrying. It is. It's as simple as that. Like, again, we can praise them for the fight and the desire, but you know, in these top games, fight and desires are given in any game. But in these top games, that's what we expect as a fan base. But like we've rightly said on many occasions, the quality, that's where it really matters. When you get moments, that's where you need to produce and you need to take chances. Not to have no shots at home against Liverpool and them to have 15 is a bit crazy.
It's unforgivable. It is unforgivable. Got another super chat here from MDRN Samurai, who says, explain to me what tactics ask you to build from the back when your nearest midfield player is 30 plus yards away. And we have spoke time and time again about the distances out of possession and the distances in possession, that even though the players are to blame partially for their execution, they're not being set up in a position to make it easy for them. Do you know what I mean? If you've got players that haven't got the ability to keep the ball or they need help, try and condense the pitch a little bit where players are closer together, where they can actually find 100%.
Someone. Again, it goes down to a style, goes down to a philosophy, and we haven't got that. I just feel like we're getting overrun in there massively. I feel like they've got 3 technical gifted players in there, like which I've said on many occasions. They're having too much time to get on the ball and play the forward passes, the breaking lines. You know, they're getting Diaz on the ball, and then obviously Robinson's taking off or Bradley's taking off. Again, Rashford and Garnacho are not travelling with a runner's ball, watching, and it's causing a lot of problems.
It is, and you've got Ibrahim Alarayibi, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, who says, Ron, how many balls passed to Højlund this first half? And not that many, but that's been a constant theme where Højlund or whoever starts up front gets very, very limited service, and when you do, it's back to goal 30 yards out, has to kind of do your best against Van Dijk, and he's coming up short at the moment. Got some more chats here. You got a super chat from Isaac Hobson who says 26 different combinations of starting lineups. It is difficult to be coherent as a team or to get any sort of momentum as a team when the starting 11 changes week in, week out. But I think that even that can't be used as an excuse for some of the things that we are seeing game in, game out.
No, I agree.
Neil Edwards says, make a statement on sub Bruno for the second half. I'm not sure that's going to happen because with Bruno being a club captain, and this is what hurts a lot of United fans, is they look at Bruno and they look at Rashford and they think these are two players that 9 times out of 10, no matter how they're performing, Ten Hag starts them.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like whether they perform, whether they don't, it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that can be an issue in terms of consistency in your game or complacency. And I think him being the captain right now obviously makes him even less likely to be coming off at half time. But I very much doubt that Bruno is going to come off, but he has been bad in the first half.
I don't think that will happen because, you know, like you've rightly said there, you know, captain of a football club, and he's a big player. But if you're going on solely performances, then you're not far off it. You know what I mean? But these others, I would probably make a change at half time. I probably would try and something needs to change. We need a little bit more, creativity and going forward, and as well as shutting up shop sometimes, following runners, someone like a Mount who can get around it. But again, we look on the bench, we're relying on probably 2 players to try and come on and make an impact, 2 or 3 max. The rest are young lads who are coming into the team, and it's where we're at the moment. But it's just so disappointing that we can go through a half without having a shot at home.
Yeah, it's
a little bit like you said before. It's unforgivable, really. Yeah. In a way.
And there's literally, if we're 1-0 down now, if we don't have another shot on goal in the second half, then we're definitely not going to get back into it. As simple as it sounds. And you've got another super chat here from Burnside is back that says absolutely no signs the manager has tried to address problems that have been there since the first game of the season. If we get back into this, it'll be the players, not this fraud, PF and manager. Full stop. Enough. Full stop.
So we're watching the game now, right? And we've identified, the problems that what's going on. Surely he's got to see the problems that's going on as well. So if he's not going to address it at half time... Is he seeing it though?
Because we're seeing the same problems and the same issues week in, week out, and there's been literally no change whether we win, lose or draw.
If he's not seeing it, then that's a massive problem. Like you're saying, he shouldn't be a manager of Man United if he's not seeing it. It's blatantly obvious to ourselves, the fans. It does need addressing. But if you're not going to make changes at half time and we're still 1-0 down around the 60-minute mark, you've got to make them. I feel like sometimes he makes subs... He's questionable subs sometimes, and also he does them too late, does them at the right time. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've got another super chat here from Akash Paul. Thanks for all the super chats, lads, by the way. The basics of management is to drop players when they're out of form. Has to be internal pressure on ETH to play certain players regardless. I think that's unfortunately the issue in most clubs. Yeah. You've got certain players that have... probably a little bit more, do you know what I mean, getaway. Yeah. They get away with a lot more than a lot of players just for the fact of their status within a club or contracts or agency. You never know in it, and unfortunately that's just the way it is.
I think that is right. I think that is right, and I think that is the case at United. I do.
So Abdullah, you've been on the toilet. Abdullah's been on the toilet, by the way, for about 7 minutes. So make of that what you will. Hopefully
I wasn't.
Hopefully that wasn't.
Not for the whole.
Hopefully it wasn't as bad as that performance.
I was going to run away, to be fair, before it got.
He's preparing his next speech.
I just pulled up the car at the front.
I love it.
I was got ready. To be fair, I'll be honest with you. I think with Bruno, is the guy from us the second half. It's the make or break, because if he switches it on and delivers that final ball, it'll change our whole game. Because he's he's one of them guys where if he's having one of them games, he'll frustrate you. But he's also the only guy that will see the pass. I'm just saying this on Twitter now, and I said that I seen a stat come up with the 0 shots from 2015. First time we've had 0 shots in first half or ever, but like we keep seeing these stats come up.
What, since 2015?
Yeah.
Every single game there is a record-breaking stat that United achieve for some, and there'll come a point where we run out surely. But it feels like there's every week. There's been since 2015.
Every week since Sir Alex.
Since 2014. Do you know what I mean? You can nitpick stats a little bit, but that one not having a shot first half, that's poor.
But I highlighted and I said it's not one of them that you can, for example, quite obviously highlight. A lot of the time you can say that's the forwards, and I feel from my point of view, I feel it's more about today. It's really genuinely been that final pass, and it's not the worst thing, because you could then say if that second half you come with a calmer approach in that sense and you deliver that final ball, it can change everything.
One more group track before the half starts.
Mm-hmm.
Got Joshua Bulwater again. He's been a coach a long time and a good one. He must be seeing issues, which actually makes it more worrying, because obviously things aren't changing. But
what's that one?
Joshua Bulwater said he's been a coach a long time, it's Ten Hag, and a good one. He must be seeing the issues, which actually makes it more worrying in my eyes. But the second half has now kicked off. Yep. There has been no changes. And Jesus Christ, there's
shot
10 seconds in and United have already conceded a shot. But we need a better second half showing, that's for sure. And hopefully...
Did I predict how many shots we conceded?
He said 36.
36, yeah.
I said 22, by the way. And I said 2-1. So let's keep it positive. It could still happen.
What is it, 16 shots now? Oh, 17?
Good defending.
Why would you let that come? Oh my God. Thought he was going to let that come all the way across there. Maguire. Come on, man.
Right, come on. Let's get around it.
Man. Get physical. Get up against it. Come on.
Done well there. No.
It's mad how good that thing he's been. It makes no sense.
How much space he's got there.
Ran the show today,
man. This is what I'm talking about. Just look at that on the ball. How much of a difference does that make to the game? Just
a player like that, innit?
Just makes a big difference, man. Not got anyone that's doing that right now. Just a massive
kept
thing
it in
midfield, especially.
Right,
play. Go on, quick.
It's gone out, I think.
No, is it?
Oh, nerves kicking again as soon as you start playing, man. Jeez. Can someone, Oliver, actually, please, can you get me a glass of water? If that's all right.
Is there any drinks going? Is there any drinks going here or what?
I'm not sure, innit? I think, can we have some liquids?
Yeah, it would be nice, that.
Yeah.
Please, mate. What water? Yeah, anything, yeah. Anything. Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Alright. Back to scrolling the chat, not for personal reasons, just for the fact that I'm not trying to see what happens. I think I've let off a secret there. Joe's gonna have my ass. No, did he?
Done well.
Good play by Manu.
Well done.
Just laid that into
positive play to start off with. Second one was bad, wasn't it? Again, Robertson again. Need to really address that. If you can't...
Oh my God.
Good defending, Maguire. Again, Maguire. Brilliant. Right off his balls as well.
What are you doing there?
Why is he waiting?
Why is he this uncle?
Go on then. Go on then. Keep going. He won't catch you.
He's on a booking. Commit him.
Done very well, Rashford. Go on then. Brilliant, Rashford.
That's brilliant.
Unlucky. It's positive, that.
Don't mind that.
It's not bad.
Don't stop, though. Get on with it.
I'd rather that, honestly. One thing I don't want this stop-start business.
Space again.
Okay,
look at this. He's back.
So easy.
Just too easy.
It's just so easy.
Oh, what a block that is.
Campbell Waller, Maguire.
Brilliant.
Rashford,
you don't mind that from Rashford. You don't mind
I'd rather
that.
you just stop, rather than just start the stop-start stuff that we're talking about. The thing is, you can lose it. I said it earlier.
Yeah.
You could lose it. I don't mind, but if you're being positive and you're direct, because there you drive him in the box, anything will happen. No, I'm alright, mate. Thank you. Anything can happen in the box.
It's a great block, by the way.
Guy slips. He's on a booking.
Was it? Who was it? Who was it then who done that block?
Campbell.
Been very good, like last-ditch defending from Maguire and Campbell Waller.
Come Come on.
I was concerned on the first one that if Robertson cut it back, it was in trouble again. But he's obviously fired it across the box instead.
We are getting away with it.
But again, straight away, we said what needs to be addressed, and if he can't do it, Garnacho can't do it.
McAllister's showing levels to our midfield. Absolute levels.
Don't even. Why are you passing that to?
So poor.
Not even looked up. Where's your composure? Get your foot on it and play. It's just basics, isn't it?
Little things like that, man. That you can't blame the manager for things like that. It's
Again, space.
Once again, ominous. But I keep saying the 1-0.
Still in the game,
Just
aren't
need
you?
a moment.
Again, fullback's just running out. Oh, here we go.
There it is.
What are you doing, Bruno? Oh my God! Yes! Oh my God! What a goal! What are you doing, Bruno? That's what you're doing.
doesn't need to pass.
Come on up the RH. Come on. Get in.
Quansart with an absolute shit show, but
Mate, I was
what
wondering
Peter
what
quality
was he
there from
doing?
Bruno.
Wow.
See, 1-0.
Wow.
That's all it takes.
Brilliant. I hate to say it to the
What a fucking goal.
gentleman who
Yes,
put in the
Bruno.
comment about dragging him, but
Nah.
Yeah.
that's what he does.
Mate, I'm so...
For some reason, I thought I was scared it was going wider then. For one moment,
Brilliant.
I thought it was going wide.
Mate.
I was just wondering what he was doing with the decision. Oh, it's a great
what?
technique,
Great
that
technique.
one, it?
Is that one of yours? Yeah.
Composure.
Yeah, but I don't want to take credit, but
Nah, sorry.
it's lovely, innit, that?
Mate. Wow.
Is anyone in the moment be like, what you doing there? Straight away?
Now,
No, no,
I thought it must
like-
have
I didn't
something.
see. I didn't see the because I didn't see the keeper
I was
really
like,
on
what
the
are you
screen.
doing? That's what he's doing.
Great finish
Oh,
by
I love
Bruno.
it. Nah, that's class. Brilliant.
Come on, Reds.
Like, kick on now.
Come on, man.
50th
50th Premier League goal.
I love it.
Hopefully that spurs us on. Turn this around. Just as I said, it was like you just need 1-0, just a moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Love it.
Because they've been
Come on then, kick on.
shaky in the so
Oh, he was gone.
you missed that many
go that way.
chances.
Great ball.
Come on, chase that. Come on, keep
Well
the
done.
pressure, Reds. Come
Come on,
on,
keep
on him,
going.
on his neck, straight away, aggressive.
Brilliant,
That's it.
lads. It's unlucky that. Keep pressing. Go on.
No foul though. You
Brilliant,
can win it.
Mainu.
Oh, nearly,
The tackle.
nearly there.
He got spun
Runner.
a little bit.
Well done. Good defending. Brilliant
Well
defending
defended,
again.
Campbell.
Hey.
What a game he's having.
Brilliant.
What a game. Come on! Campbell lad.
He loves it, doesn't he? Gets the fans going, the boy.
You could tell Campbell is one of them centre halves where that's the type of forward he likes playing against.
Yeah.
So someone he can battle with.
Challenger.
And you know what? He's
What a
shown
finish that was,
two
lads.
good parts of his game, Kamwala. This game,
I wonder
like,
what the
it's been good physical.
I wonder what the XG
physically.
was on that shot. I'm sure Ethan will find it somehow.
That might have just, yeah.
From Bruno.
Was that still the only shot we've had?
It's the only shot we've had, yeah.
One
It's the only
shot,
shot
one
we
goal.
need.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
No,
now
it's a
now they come-
Casemiro!
Oh,
there
Oh my
we go.
God.
He's got away with it. Go on then. Off we go.
This
Off we got now.
sort of worked out well,
all
hasn't it?
started from the back heel. Go on.
Left.
Get at
Go on.
him. He's on a booking. Go on. Get at him.
Go on.
Go on.
Okay. Still there.
Go on. Into Garnacho, quick
Needs
one.
to do it quicker though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We allow him to get back, but still.
Well done.
Go on.
Good. Well
Definitely.
done.
At least
This
we've
is
had another-
good.
At least we've had another shot.
This is good. Good stuff. Like it. Keep this up
Go
now.
on. Keep it up
Keep
now.
this up
Keep
now.
the
Come
tempo
on.
up now, lads.
What are we thinking?
I'm
Still a bit
thinking-
nervous and that.
He's a bit nervous because you
Yeah.
just never know, man. It's the hope
We'll
that
get
kills you.
chances, man. We'll
the
still
whole that
get
kills you.
chances.
Get up. Go! Oh,
Ooh,
fucking hell. I
I
thought
thought
it was going. I
Go
was
on,
up
get
then.
it back in the mixer. No messing about. Just cross it in.
Go on!
Oh! Finish! Oh, what a ball that was, Rashford.
That's it.
What a cross.
Why was
What a
everyone on
ball.
that side of the
Oh.
box?
It's one of them balls,
needed,
wasn't it, where
yeah.
it's like, oh, it's
Oh,
Casemiro!
Casemiro!
Oh, mate, you got to score.
Man.
Oh, it's a chance, that, lads.
Oh, everyone was on that side of the
Rashford,
box.
what a
Sort of.
ball
If someone
that
was
was.
on the front.
Why has he gone to go like that rather than outside the
Oh.
boot? You know what I mean? Again,
Dunno,
I'm
man.
nitpicking, but like,
Liverpool are wobbling now a little
it's a
bit.
chance, innit?
Go. Just get that
Oh
wide.
no. Oh, you
God.
can't give it away there.
Man, Garnacho.
And now it's
Sugar.
4v.
Wan-Bissaka's done well there.
Bro, Cambuala's tracking back there.
Oh,
Yes!
I'm so fucking.
Well, Garnacho
Yeah.
patting
I'm
up.
so
Sloppy.
glad that they've actually been shit at the last bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Liverpool.
sloppy. Garnacho sloppy there. Look how quick they break with numbers as well.
Do you know-
5 versus what, 2
Glad
at
Nunez
times?
didn't just
5.
go and shoot there.
I hope them little moments, it's like I said with Bruno in the first half with his passing and like Garnacho there, just makes them switch on.
What's he tried?
Do you know
there?
what I mean?
What's he actually tried to do?
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what he's trying.
Cheers, Nunez.
No, it's a bit of a mad decision that, wasn't it? Come off like his heel.
No, the funny thing is, he sets that back 2 yards.
Someone's running in.
That
Tap it.
Szoboszlai was just going to tap
I'm
it
just
in,
glad
but
Thingy wasn't in that sequence. My man, Salah, like,
Yeah, no, it's
that would
yeah.
have been
Man
long.
on, man on.
No.
Unlucky.
Come on.
Unlucky. It's all right. He's been more involved, he has, though.
What?
Highland, well done.
Isn't it there? Well in Wan-Bissaka, man. Good.
Come on, push up now. Too
Come
deep.
on. We'll get more chances. Come on, Reds. Just don't concede here now.
Well done. Oh, don't.
So annoying because
think he's
that's
getting
even
away with
definitely
that as
well.
going
Sit him
to
on
them
his
as
fod.
well.
He just never looks. I don't go.
Sit him on the RH, his head.
Every time he gets the ball, he always looks like he's on the edge of a giveaway. He's just
Yeah.
not. He's not like a
He's-
McAllister in it where you feel
Everyone's
like
praises him now, don't they?
I-
How much of a joke he is and
I
all, like,
actually
the
like
lads and that.
Szoboszlai, to be fair, but he's them high risk type of players.
he's just a high risk player. But I
Yeah.
don't know if he's got the same kind of like output. As,
McAllister, those
Runners
he's the
again.
guy for them, innit?
Rashford.
Yeah, man. Bradley
No.
and Robertson have just caused problems for Rashford Garnacho all game because they're just up in your face, aren't they?
Engine on him.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, man, it's in a way the one moment where you catch them as well. It's going to be space, so got to make it count. That's one thing Szoboszlai's got. He's got good set pieces. Very good technique.
yeah, we're getting our head on it now. Fucking hell, about time.
The worst thing is with their moments is like you can never ever go back to the manager. Like that's the little things where it's like a pass clearance, like you as a player there.
Press. Everyone's backing off him. Too much space. Great defending.
Good
Go
defending.
on, get in the faces again. That's
Right
it.
in.
And again.
Go on, go now.
Good. Off you go.
Go on.
Into Hoyland.
It's
Nah,
not,
it's
not
a-
the best pass though.
Nah, it's an hard on that.
Oh
It's
man,
bobbling into him. He's
nearly. It's the nearly there.
Garnacho struggling, lads. If I don't think
Yeah.
He's having to cover a lot of ground. To be fair. It's very tough.
runners.
Good defending.
Throw your body there.
Throw your body in.
Throw your body on the line. Brilliant. Fantastic, lads. Great
He's
defending that.
Causing us all sorts.
Brilliant, Highland.
These fullbacks are just popping up left, right, and centre, bro. Like
Mm.
inside, outside.
We do love that though. Everything's last gasp defensively.
Put your body on the line every 2
Yeah.
minutes. What's a free kick there, doesn't it?
What's happened here? I can't catch my breath this half.
Oh, what's the delay?
What are they doing?
I'm actually breathing heavy. Okay.
Nice.
Go on.
Jesus.
A bit too
Christ,
much
on the
loft. Just
bike.
gotta deal with that then.
Oh,
Great touch.
stop it,
Great
you.
touch.
Stop it. Come on.
Right, that's unreal.
Go on.
Switch now.
Please score off this. This will be unreal if they score.
The low. That was
Let's do
fucking
it.
beautiful.
Right, move the ball.
Love that.
Oh, done.
Go
Go
on.
now.
Go on then.
Oh, ball.
Oh, well done. Hey, that was brilliant.
Much
Good
better
Great
than
play.
Come on.
Great play.
The low though, man, mate.
Oh, that's
too
Mero.
good
What
to
you
be
doing?
easy.
I don't know how people don't love this guy. You know, like I don't rate the low, man. Like, how can they not see this stuff about
Look at
his
the
game?
gaps now.
Transitions are so like effective, aren't they? Liverpool on that.
Well, in
Go on,
Maguire, man.
again.
So,
He's
so
been
bad.
brilliant.
Release now, though. Release though, man.
Curse.
Come on, you
I don't know
cannot
what you're
work
laughing
out
about,
with
Ethan.
that. You can't be walking out with that for that long. You should know that, man.
Good throw. Yes, Mainu. Free kick. No. Free kick. Yep. Free kick.
Yeah.
Caught him late.
Breather now. It's turned into
Well
that
done.
game though, where
Yeah.
it's like fucking.
Yeah.
When Liverpool break, it's just like no one's anywhere near the players.
The one
Space all over.
advantage sometimes of having seasons like this, when you got like a Mainu come in, or like left a bit of a thingy on him. Like Mainu
Yeah.
and like Camboire come in. Is these sort of seasons can build them into men, innit? You know, when you come in like a rough
Yeah.
patch for the squad, and you got to just be fighting in these games. But I've been impressed by both of them. Like Mainu more so second half.
I didn't think he affected the game first half. But second half, I think everybody's
Camboire,
been a bit better. Everyone's
Been better.
very good.
and I'm not just
reaction.
saying that because of the goal either. Like, you know, sometimes a goal can disguise things, but I think everyone's been. For me, I think we need to change Garnacho. I know he offers us so much going forward. I know what
He
you're saying
struggled
about
today.
the legs. He has struggled today. I would.
He has
take him
been.
off.
I've heard he has been carrying a bit of an injury. To be fair, Garnacho, yeah, he's had like a bit of a hamstring injury for a few weeks, like where he's
Looks
on and
like he's
off.
struggling today. I would bring him off shortly. Bring someone else on. Anthony on or Mount.
Mount or Anthony, I think.
Or Don Casemiro.
Anytime he's doing like a little bit of a running transitional defending there, I just expect someone to run like past him.
The thing is with Casemiro, when he has a good game, you know you're safe in that midfield zone. Like, that's just the difference that a DM will do for you, man. So,
What's going on here?
Mount or Anthony?
Yeah, I think one of the. Like we were saying before, though, we've only got 3 sub really that we could go to. Ahmad, Mount, and Anthony.
When you
they're the
think
only
about
3.
it, they're not 3 bad subs either. Like, going forward, they
Nice.
can impact
Go
the
on.
game.
No,
Oh, come on.
he struggled as well, hasn't he?
Casemiro there, come on, man. That's
Great defending,
well
Bruno.
done, Bruno.
Brilliant.
Watch out though, there, man. Fling your body at that.
Oh,
Nothing can happen.
well done.
Go on. That game settled down a bit
Yeah.
finally. Fucking hell, that first 15 minutes was chaotic.
Hectic, wasn't it?
That has been a good game of football, to be fair.
Well done.
That's it, clean pass there. And I wish
Yeah.
people just
I
followed
like
that. What
it.
the
I like
Lowe's
it when
done
he
there
comes in inverted and plays as like a
Bro.
midfielder.
makes a massive difference. But just that pass though, with like the low, it's so simple, but like right to feet, crisp.
Yeah.
Like it just sets the next pass for to the next player as well. Extra touch there, and I
Keeps
knew it.
happening. Look at these
I
on the
knew it,
transition
man.
again.
I
This is
knew
what you're
it.
on about, Ronnie, innit?
Casemiro should just play it wide straight from the get-go.
Well done. That's a good tackle, though.
Played, good
Get
tackle,
up, man. Get up. You've just been tackled, bro. Allow it.
Great ball. Go on then. Just get at him. Oh, unlucky,
Come on,
unlucky,
Reds,
unlucky.
Come on,
Again, his head's all over the gaff on that
Go on,
mistake.
Sitch, keep
So you
at
need
him.
to-
Him and Bradley on
Woody.
that side. Go on now,
Turn.
pop it to Garnacho.
Quicker. Come on.
Big gaps.
There's gaps there, you're right.
so
yeah.
stretched.
Get at him. Go on then. What have you got? What have you got? No. His quality's not been there either today.
Garnacho feels very dead, like
Yeah,
on
he's-
his feet.
yeah.
Get off it.
Bro, I don't know.
That's
The
the low.
low sometimes plays like he's on peds or something, bro.
Great ball. Bruno. Oh, I
Was he
didn't get
offside?
hold of it, did I?
Don't know.
Was he onside? If he's onside,
That was a decent
sometimes I
ball.
can't jump up because I'm like, is it onside
Yeah.
and all that, bro? Listen,
Bro,
look at this
game
again.
is nuts, man.
Mate, it's mad how open it is, isn't it? No. Yes, Harry.
Well in Maguire, man.
The game's so stretched, isn't
This
it?
is an insane game of football. This. Someone
Off
get
the
hold of the
nuts.
ball.
You know, it's a
God.
good block though. I think that was an Esselin.
You are right, you know. I'm seeing it. He just doesn't even. He looks like he's
Sloppy, mate.
uneasy. Garnacho, you know. He looks uneasy. Like I don't know. Like he looks a
Looks
bit
like dead on
tired.
his feet.
Dead,
and
yeah.
like quality.
No, he's onside as well.
Onside.
Onside, what a
that
ball
is
by
from
Delo. Chance that for
Oh.
Bruno.
Unlucky.
Looks to the fucking line out to save
That's
it.
where I love Bruno, though, man. Just in them,
man
like,
runs, isn't it?
bro, he was doing it so much more on the rally.
I don't know if Casemiro's hurt there. He just needed a
Yeah,
rest.
it's off his crown jewels, isn't it?
I think he just needed a rest. Oh, he's saying he's fine now, I think. What's Rashford? Is he trying to? Yeah, Rashford needs to come off. And Liverpool are getting Curtis Jones and Gomez ready.
Go on then. Well done. Free kick now. Yep, it's got to be.
That's Holland's game for United.
He's gone down now, Rashford.
Holland's game for United to feed on the scraps. Anthony and Ahmad coming on.
Both.
I reckon that's gonna be Rashford and Garnacho.
Is that both? I think it's just.
Nah, I think he was just wishing him good luck. I think by the looks of it. What's up with him?
It's annoying, man, because I thought he looked a lot more alive this half. 2 good crosses.
You take this a second down for a piss.
Yeah. While we got this stop, let's see. Ahmad, what does everyone want to see?
You are? Ahmad, that's what you want. Is that what you want to see?
No, I'm just seeing what everyone. Ahmad should be coming on.
Harvey Elliott.
I don't know. I think obviously, like I said before, the stream. I think Anthony. For me, it's about the stop-start thing, because you want to be direct. It's a game where you want to be direct. That's why I said obviously, because going off last game, you'd say you'd start Anthony over Rashford.
Off performance,
which is the obvious thing to do. But then obviously sometimes you have to take the game state, which is going to be the Liverpool game.
You have to
so
set
different.
up for different teams.
But then Anthony today,
100%.
it's a chance for him to do it and be like, you know
Make
what,
an impact. Yeah.
make an impact to show I should have started.
Yeah.
A lot of people want Ahmad on. So annoying because it was an open game here, man. It was an open game, and it would have been one of them where Rashford might have that moment.
Yeah, just like you said, hopefully, you know, with the performance the other night from Anthony, it gives him a little bit of confidence. He can make an impact in the game.
I don't know. Ahmad could still come on here for
I would bring him on later on in the game, and I would bring Mount on as well.
Yeah,
because they're
3 good subs though. When you think like it's not the worst. The
low,
by the way,
yeah,
he's been man of the match for me.
He's been brilliant. Yeah. Love him in there. He's so comfortable when he goes into that inverted midfield position. But I tell you what, the 2 centre halves have been brilliant as well.
Yeah, Kambala and Maguire complementing each other quite well. But one thing I've noticed with our defence is we're a bit more aggressive, if anything, which is nice to see.
Jesus, Casemiro.
Well
go on then,
played.
Get out there. That's
Kobe
a great
driving.
touch. Give it Garnacho. Get round him.
Use Wan-Bissaka. Use the runner.
No,
use
not
the
yet.
runner.
He's about to score now. Oh yes!
Oh my God!
No! Just as I almost missed it. Wow! Just about to score now. Come on, my baller. Love it. What a goal!
Cool. What a finish!
I said, have we scored yet?
And I went, no, we're just about to do it now. Clip that up right now for the RH. Thanks for coming.
I cannot believe that, by the way.
Love it.
I cannot believe that, bro. What a
That's going to have them Scouse Muppets. Absolutely.
Jesus. Nearly dropped a pipe bomb then. And I'm gonna get a bollock in here now, because I said about Manu, he's been not been poor, and
mate, that whole move from Manu was a joke. Garnacho there. I like that from Garnacho there, because he's gone a lot of the time. He's going for the quick pass in it, and then
for a finish, by the way.
Goal. What a finish!
Whippage on that.
Whipped cream.
Oh mate, it's unreal.
Stop, Vince.
We
might actually do it, lads. We might actually do
2-1. Come on, RH. Get a 2-1 result for him. Yeah. Come on.
2-1, and he believed in
what
it as well.
Finish.
It wasn't one of them half-assed thing that me and Ronnie did.
No, listen, it's 20 minutes to go or whatever, but that's some finish from the young lad.
What a finish, man!
Can't believe I almost missed that.
This guy's game.
I was tired for you.
Creeping in as we scored there.
Gakpo's on, and Elliott.
So I feel like we might be safe. I'm not going to jinx it. I don't rate Gakpo.
I think Elliott is going to cause us problems in the pockets. Like he's like when he plays in midfield,
it's got a bit of quality.
I've seen him have good games when Salah was out or was in AFCON, like out wide. But I think he could really cause you problems in the centre as well, because he just pops up in pockets. But Man United 2-1 up now, 68th minute.
Come on, get that energy up, lads.
What a position to be in at this stage of the game, to be honest.
How we turn this game around, I don't know. But fucking can we hold on?
Look at the table now.
Liverpool City fans smiling.
Oh. What was the table then? Arsenal.
I think it's 1 point separates the top 3. I think Arsenal, even without today, I think Arsenal are going to win it.
Yeah.
I don't think I see them losing another game, to be honest.
Have they got us still though, innit?
They've got a tough run, but I think they look
good at
they
the
look
back,
too good.
man. They look
Yeah.
very good.
What's that,
Defense is the thing, man. At this stage of the season, defense is what's going to win you that title. They just look stable at the back. If they lose, to be fair, it's mad, innit? Because if you lose like a Gabriel Saliba, either of them heading into the last couple of games, that can make such a mad difference. Mad difference. Because them two have been incredible, bro. Saliba has been special.
We've got something to hold on to now.
Yeah, he's just got it. Just as long
So
as he
we
don't sit back too
Can
much,
get a bit
you know
more
what I mean?
defensively solid.
Yeah. Get there.
Who do you reckon wins the Champions League? Talking about Arsenal or the league? Reckon it'll be an English team?
I think Arsenal. Unfortunately, I think Arsenal win the Premier League, and I think City actually win the Champions League again.
Well done.
I think it's hard to beat City.
Brilliant. That's
Well done,
fantastic.
Anthony, man.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Ireland.
It's hard to beat City off 2 legs.
What are they
That's
throwing
class.
arms about?
I know, he's
brilliant.
just running laterally across the pitch like that.
That's brilliant from Anthony in Ireland there.
And I think as well, if you're closing off a game, Mason Mount sort of being that winger / midfielder type in a game like this. So you've got something to draw off. Obviously, it didn't work out for us, but I thought he wasn't that bad against Chelsea when he come on.
Come on, lads.
Come on.
That goal's gonna sting Liverpool fans so much as well because they've got this massive anti-Kobe Manu campaign, and
oh my days! Just sent him to the shop, hasn't he?
Love that.
Dallo again. Brilliant.
Go and get another one, lads.
Oh, he's made a run. Oh, Bruno went then as well. Well done, Anthony. Garnacho. Oh,
it's on.
Oh, he should have done it. Receiving play, should have done it. He's gone again here. Van Bissaka. Oh, he should have just...
Come on.
I get why he's done that. I get it. Cutting inside and finishing. He went on his bite then now, didn't he? So much better this, lads. So much better.
$20 minutes to go. It's mad, bro. Chelsea's game's haunted me. I don't know if I can be like
Too excited.
but we have the momentum has swung our way though.
Massively, man.
Go on. Oh, that's a good ball, that right on the
Good ball,
keeper,
yeah,
isn't it? Is that
great
a
ball.
corner, is it? No.
How can you be sure who that's come off?
I thought that was our ball, to be fair.
You don't want to be seeing that
Oh,
stuff.
it's from losing
no,
position.
I don't like that.
No team in
Get
the
rid of
league's
that.
better from losing positions than Liverpool.
Has there been a lot of stoppages bar the Rashford going down for a bit this half either? Because where was that 8 minutes from against Chelsea? That felt mad the other night.
I don't know.
Bro, Kambuwala, by the way.
It's been immense.
And bro, he's there every time. Do you know how like sometimes you think, oh, the forward gets away,
Yeah,
like on the blind side. He's just there every time with his man. So very, very impressed by him.
He's been great today. Needed a big game from him as well. Like I said, we needed he rose to the occasion, hasn't he? Aye. Come on. Good lad.
Defending.
Go on then.
Go on.
Look at this guy.
I love Ireland to back.
Yeah, go on in.
Bruno.
Bruno. Garnacho, Bruno. One of them. Ah.
Oh man.
Oh fuck. Just
I wish it was. I wish it was
keeper,
earlier
wasn't
into Bruno. You know, Bruno looked set at the start of that. I think Garnacho just took over.
Defending much better since
Casemiro
goal
done
and that
brilliantly.
now.
Love that from Hoyland. That's what I want to see more of. Just like a bit more control with his hold up.
It's a good
Go
ball.
on.
Go on.
Go on, Delo.
Look in.
Casemiro today is much better. It's probably been his best game for us this season.
Been slightly better on the ball. Defensively a little bit. He's been still.
started in a few
He's
Got to
killed
cover
some
so much.
attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no,
there's
he
a lot
has,
of space in it.
Yeah.
I was killing him before the game. I just rate him highly.
Love
but,
that.
Oh my
Love
god.
to see it. No, he
There's
wouldn't
actually
do
he's
it.
trying
there's
to-
nothing wrong with that
yeah.
tackle, man.
Because he's raised his studs. Ah, chill out, mate. He's got the ball. What's going on
He
here?
was Norrid.
To be fair, I think he's screaming at his players there. They can't say anything. Like Bradley had one like that in the first half on Rashford, didn't it?
I feel like
because of the studs,
Oh, that's
innit?
high up.
yeah, he won't get away with it, even though he's got the ball only, basically.
See,
look at everyone. Look at
He's
everyone.
like, wow. He's like,
Everyone
wow.
in the crowd's buzzing for after that tackle. innit?
Game's gone. That's a proper game's gone moment.
Come on,
Right,
lads.
big-
Keep it going here. Big 15,
Got a big
innit,
20.
mate?
I'd say 20 or so in it. Probably big 20 minutes for United now. Go on.
Come on, the lads.
Who've Liverpool got in
Runner.
the
There's a
coming
runner
weeks?
again.
I'm surprised they didn't start with Curtis Jones, you know.
Oh, he's done my. Oh, it's
Yeah,
over
ain't
it. That's
got-
brilliant.
hey,
Thank God for that.
Just pass the ball to Gakpo and we're fine.
I think Curtis Jones.
Remember when we was in for him?
is actually
United
good
wanted
for
him,
this
didn't they?
season.
I think he's awful, we.
Yeah, he's not turned out too great, has
He's
he?
a good player, Harvey Elliott. I like him.
Yeah, Elliott's good. Mate, honestly, make this as horrible as you want. Like,
They just
Onana
add it-
slowing
well, you
down,
just
get
give
a
him
yellow
excuse.
Yeah,
card.
they had it
just
on though, don't
I had
they?
about 8 minutes on.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. You could used to get away with it, couldn't you? But now you just.
The best thing about the Liverpool thing is they just turned up thinking they're going to batter us. Absolutely batter us. You just know it.
Even
as
the way
well.
they were approaching the chances they were getting, it's just like, oh, we won the look, we're
Yeah.
gonna get.
Go on then, get a
Flick
little
it
nick on
first
that. Oh, I
time.
shit it a bit, didn't I?
Big VVD against Garnacho.
I would
It's
look to
scary,
bring
I
him
can't
off
lie.
now, Garnacho. I'm not,
Bro,
I'm
I do
not against
actually
him or
worry-
anything, but and I know he's coming to the game a little bit, but just to freshen things up, just to
Fresh
give it a
things
little
up. I
bit of
actually
a.
worry about him, you know, because he's been such a player, like with how direct he is in that way of playing, and I think
26
he's
goals.
played a lot, man. In the
Oh.
last 26 minutes, wow.
Wait, go to the ball.
14 minutes.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Go on, go to the ball again.
Oh, my.
He's not
I hope
scored.
he
He's not
scored
scored
that.
for Liverpool, him, has he?
Nah, he's
Can't
never.
score the first
I was about to say that,
yeah.
but and it just felt like
Yeah.
against us that was just flying.
Off Maguire just going or something like. Done well. Get behind that one.
Spurs playing as well today.
Yeah, they're playing later, 6 o'clock, I think.
Forest. So mad how we lost Chelsea and then like we're in this position. Funny ass team.
Yeah, it feels like the game should have been flipped to it.
Oh, it's a bit silly that from Ireland there.
Not playing his man. Do you think we've got it in us, obviously, as well as the centre halves have played, just to kind of like be sitting in defensively solid and see this out?
I just don't think I think we should have the like, people getting at it like we said. Don't think we should drop too deep because it invites too much pressure and then you're relying on the last ditch stuff. I know we do rely on that a lot, but just take the
Casemiro
game
again
to them
there.
like we have been doing.
Well done.
Yeah.
I think if you gravitate deeper and deeper and deeper, they're coming on and they will probably get chances. Good defending again.
It's fucking.
He's put a shift in since he's coming on, Anthony.
The only thing is, now that they don't have Nunez as well, they don't really have like an aerial box threat.
Yeah, because Gakpo's
Some,
big,
yeah.
but you don't really feel he's like a. Oh, I say that
Away.
now. Oh my god!
Great
I thought
header.
I was gonna score a header.
Wait, I don't.
It's a good nick from
Yeah,
Bruno
he's not
as well.
like.
Get there.
He's got eye, but he's not exactly what like Nunez
Love
is in
that,
the air, innit?
Bruno, come on.
Go on, push up. This is what I'm saying. If we can
No,
push
yeah,
up
as
now
a unit, innit?
a little bit.
That
I'm not saying.
compactness,
I'm not saying all the way. I'm just saying just push us out a little bit.
I think that's got to come as a unit, man. Like that's what I think where we get caught a lot this season. Like, because one guy will do it and then we don't follow the
Yeah.
press. And I think a lot of the guys that do like sort of the
Leaves gaps. doesn't
analysis
it?
and tactics, they always highlight that part of our game where it's like
Too deep.
it's like half the team's deep, half will push
Ah,
up. They
okay.
don't push compact. Like it's never compact. And it's how we get picked out. I think the biggest example of that was probably.
Why?
Oh, that's not the way you clear a ball. Come on, man.
No shit.
Okay, no.
Shit. Oh
hell.
wow.
He's offside though, innit, surely.
Don't think so. You know. No?
That's on that right leg. He don't like it, does he?
I think
Doesn't seem to like it anyway.
I
Don't
was in my
want
mouth.
I think he was on.
Yeah, I think he was definitely on because.
Maybe.
Got to do better there,
Nah, he's
Casemiro.
definitely on. He
Isn't
just reacted quick, innit? Yeah, he's on. Just a miss.
I tell you what, it's a big chance, isn't it?
Yeah, what was I saying about like how easy it was? to just
Amrabat has
close
come
out?
on.
For
Who's he
who?
come on for? For Garnacho.
Wow.
Yeah, I think-
So push Bruno into the.
Yeah,
The graveyard shift.
Bruno out wide.
To be fair though, 10 minutes to go, he will put the work in for you. I'm surprised at that though. The
Use
personnel.
a bit of counter attacking threat, but it's just about whether we can defensively see this out
I
anyway.
think it's making smarter decisions.
I think it's
stuff
the right
like
call
that as
bringing
well.
him off though, because he was we've
Yeah,
identified.
yeah,
He's
probably.
a bit. He's worked
He
hard,
looked
but he's a bit off it
shattered.
today.
Onana, yellow card.
Good lad, Maguire, solid.
So I guess he's pushed Bruno into the free, sort of the attacking free. I'd imagine,
Like
innit?
doesn't it?
Just compact
Unless
it a
he's
bit.
got out on the left hand side.
Yeah. Yeah, I meant sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be on the left of the front three. Just need,
Yeah,
to,
played.
we
I
need
love
to
it.
be more
Love it.
compact in it, so it makes sense.
Ah,
Ah,
decision
fuck's
making.
There, man.
Probably don't want it to his feet there though, Casemiro.
Yeah, Gakpo.
I seen Amrabat the other day. Met him actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I met him at the mosque.
Oh.
Seen him as the most random thing. Seen him in Dakar.
That's our ball.
Sat at the back of my mosque.
Fucking
together.
hell, big 15 minutes, 2-1 up. Can we get... How many likes have we got right now? Got 1.4.
Get to 2,000, come on.
If we
we
can
can't get to
please get to
2,000
2,000
when we're
likes.
2-1 up with 10
Literally
minutes.
2-1
to
up 10 minutes to
2,000,
go
come
against
on.
Liverpool at Old Trafford.
Might as well not come back
And hit the
watch us.
subscribe button whilst
ever
you're at it
again.
as well. Get out of the way because I am absolutely shitting myself. So,
Well, yeah.
I'm panicky.
If we don't hit 2k likes, don't bother coming back again. Go
Nah, not that.
I'm joking,
Not
lads.
that. Come back as much
Never
as you
doing
want.
another stream. Well, now 2-1 against Liverpool. Come on, lads. How many watching?
3.3
Come on, 3.
thousand.
Everyone should be liking.
Who sat off him then?
Oh, Gomez.
Away.
Get that away.
Go on.
Done, Bruno. Get up. No, it's
Oh,
not
Nah,
a
he's
ball.
not gonna get
Behave
on
yourself.
board for it. Even if
Is
it
it his
did,
hip?
not gonna get on board for that.
Oh, he's done well there.
Okay, now.
Bruno's mad leggy
Get
as
the
well, you know.
Don't dive in. No,
Oh
don't
my
dive
God.
in! We said don't dive in!
Oh, fuck me. Penalty.
It was clear as day that's what he was going to do.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, Wan-Bissaka normally always times them perfectly.
It's clear as
Adam
day
Taylor
though,
was
lads.
right there and he looked very sure.
I
Right,
knew,
it's-
you just
yeah, it's
knew
not
what he was
nailed
going to do.
That's his
Nailed on,
so-
Pen.
yeah.
Fuck me.
Before he done that, you just knew what was coming.
Yeah. How would you do that?
Ah, fucking hell.
Lose challenge in a box.
Do you know
for penalties.
Bruno out on that left side? You feel like he's just going to be running up and down,
That's all he
killing
does. He won't have
himself.
on the ball now.
Yeah.
There'd be nothing on the
I can't
ball for
watch.
him.
I cannot watch.
Lads,
I don't know if that was the right move, you know. That Amrabat thing, bro. Sub.
Garnacho needed to come off, but the
But I think it was
personnel,
Mount.
like...
I think it was
yeah.
Mount, and he keep Bruno on that midfield because now he's got to run up and down. I don't think he's got the legs to do that, and I think then he's not going to get on the ball either.
Who do you bring on?
He's not going to
Ahmad?
drag a man
Yeah.
away.
Out
Well, no,
on
as in before, I would have. But maybe I think the change is made now. You've almost got a set on it, but it would have been
Yeah.
Mount for me.
Lads, this is mental.
And
You
then you
just
just go lose
see
it
it coming.
You can lose it 3-2 now, innit?
All I'm thinking about is the Champions League one, the last minute when he saved it. That's all I'm thinking of. Come on.
Salah never misses these though, man. The guy scored one in AFCON, if you remember. Was it? Oh, World Cup qualification last
Come on.
minute.
He's missed this.
can't
He's
fucking
missed
look.
it, lads. He's missed this. Look, the ball's moving. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's missed this.
He's done nothing today.
Nah, he's missed
Salah
this.
as
I'm
well.
telling you. Come on.
Go on, Nano.
Miss. Ah,
God's
as cool as you like, innit? Fuck.
Wan-Bissaka, man, what was he thinking?
You could see it coming.
You're right.
I said it. Don't dive in, so you could just see it.
Like, we've not been diving in and around the box. Like, we've been very smart and just closing the spaces and everything. Then you go and do that.
Like Ronnie said, though, when he does it, usually he times it to perfection. But it's like, do you really need to even commit like that? Fucking hell.
Now we've got
Shit.
around 10 minutes or so to survive what will be an onslaught now from Liverpool.
Chucking everything out.
Just a cheap way to give away the...
As cool as you like from the pen, though, to be fair. It's just fucking... Right, come on. Let's kick on now.
And Liverpool,
disappointing,
Liverpool
innit?
once again
Oh.
scored.
Oh my
Come on,
God,
lad.
this is exactly what I was talking about
Most
at the
goals
start
in the Premier
about
League.
that.
Oh, look at that. I've seen that stat as well. Most Salah, most goals against United in the Premier League, 11.
Mason
Mount.
Mount's come on for Kobe Mainoo.
And now he's got to sort of readjust to that, what it should have been, in a way.
Mm.
Do you know the shape? I'd imagine
Yeah.
in a second Bruno and Mount would swap. I'd be surprised if they don't. Because you'd rather Bruno in the hole, innit?
Robertson's been like not marked all game. I swear.
Yeah, I swear,
Yeah.
bro. Even with Anthony on now. Like I said, I said it earlier, but it might have been a tactical
Oh,
thing
done
where
Anthony.
Liverpool have outdone us with it. I know sometimes it looks quite basic, like your wingers tracking your fullback. But with Garnacho's thing, I said earlier, like, because you know Garnacho will always like put in that effort in it. So
They play like
peeling
they do
off
play
him.
like auxiliary wingers though, innit? Their fullbacks a lot. Look where he is now, Robertson. He's basically the widest man left wing.
Yeah.
So it might have been a thing where we've been outdone with it a bit tactically, and it's like catching our wingers out.
It's like now, though, like it's 2-2 now. You know, you look on the pitch with the changes that has been made, and all Mount's coming now. But do we really look like we're going to step on and get a goal here now? Everything's like very like defensive, innit? Like
Yeah.
Bruno's out wide doing the graveyard shift. You know, Amrabat's come on. Mount will come on and rat. We don't look like we're going to kick on, do we?
We ain't getting there, surely.
Our ball that as well.
Goal kick.
Well
Goal
done,
kick,
Bruno.
well defended, Delo.
Our best,
Delo's alright.
my
He's
player,
done right,
my
yeah.
player of the season on my man of the match for me, Delo, man. Honestly, bro. He's putting a shift and a half today in, bro.
Nervy worthy.
Come on, man.
You know, I still think 10 minutes to go. I think there's going to be quite a bit of added time, you know.
Probably 10
Will be.
minutes, innit?
Just so disappointing. You can see, set pieces and penalty, and just disappointing, isn't it?
At least we slowed the game down slightly, I guess. The thing is, what's mad about this is there's no point slowing it down now, because I don't know if a draw helps us.
Yeah.
Does a draw really help United?
Doesn't know. Harry, come on. And they're on the front foot now because
And now
the goal.
you just don't know where
The
you're trying to
momentum's
take
with
the
them.
game. Yeah, and you don't know where you're I feel like a lot of our players are getting the ball now. You're like, are you trying to close out for a draw?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, where does
And
a draw really
that goes
take
back
us?
to the point that you made, Ronnie, about dropping in. Like too deep. I don't know.
Fucking love that Maguire. Him and Kamawala have played with a bit of like aggression, a bit of bite. They played well,
like
both
that.
of them. That's why it's meant to be like playing these Muppets.
He just stinks
Come
of
on.
another goal in it, and I don't
I
feel
think
like it's.
I think you're scarred. You're just expecting.
Well done. Come on.
And I don't know. if
Sloppy,
it's
keep the
us.
ball.
So poor, man.
Well done. Come on.
Well
done.
done, much better. Go now.
Go on then.
Love that.
Go on.
Oh.
No.
He's won a free kick, I think.
Ref,
it's
man.
It's definitely a free kick. Jones.
Literally there's no one on though. But I think
But that's the point that I'm
I
making.
think I know we don't want to lose, but I think we need to play like.
But-
if we can try and nick it, we can. But without
That's the
being-
point I'm making, Ronnie, though. Is right. You bring Amrabat on. There's no one now in an attacking threat. Bruno's out wide on the left. He ain't gonna go 1v1 against anybody.
Yeah.
If you bring Ahmad on there, for example, for Garnacho, obviously Mount comes on for who did he come on for? Mainu. And then obviously you've got a little bit of an attacking threat going forward.
It's interesting though sometimes because having the attacker, the attacking substitution sometimes works out better for you defensively. I know it sounds mad, but like
But it's a strange sub anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have ever expected him to play.
Fuck's sake.
Well done, Bruno. Class,
Well
Bruno.
done, Bruno. Good,
I wouldn't have ever thought him
Absolutely
to play
classed out
today.
from Bruno, bro.
Amrabat.
good defensive work there.
I wouldn't have thought he would
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
play
yeah.
today. Come off the bench.
I think the
on it.
sub was Mount for me earlier for if you're closing down the game, it would have been Mount for Garnacho, keep Bruno in that centre and just let it roll like that. And then you got Ahmad as the option if you need to chase the game down. I think that's what I would have probably done. Because Anthony's already on in it, so you go
Yeah,
Anthony and
right,
Ahmad. It's quite thingy in it.
Brilliant from Bruno there.
You know, approaching stoppage time now. Because we have gone into mode of like we've
Defensive
sat back
mode,
a
yeah.
lot. We've been quite.
That's a good ball.
Elliot is popping in and out, wide and central. And
Wait, trouble.
It's
Brilliant
allowing
again.
God, it's like last ditch again, isn't it?
What's that?
Casemiro, man.
What's
Does
that?
he need lessons on how to clear a ball? God's
Bruno, brilliant.
Bruno.
Bruno's on
Casemiro,
a
you need to do
one-man
better,
mission,
mate.
man. Casemiro with his clearances, my word,
Just
man.
alright.
Someone needs to have a word.
7 minutes.
7 minutes added time. 8 minutes against Chelsea.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
That Van Dijk bullet header's gonna
No. Chill.
pain me, isn't it?
Don't say that. Don't.
Stinks of Vincent
Oh,
Kompany.
stop.
Vincent Kompany. Was it to well?
Defend.
That'll
do. That'll do.
Tell you what, Harry
right.
Maguire and Campbell, we're repeating
Yeah,
it a
been
lot,
good
but
today.
they've really done it, haven't they?
Impressed with
Stepped up.
Canberra today. I am with Maguire, but with a
Tough
young lad
little-
coming in.
5 minutes or so left.
You nervous, Ronnie?
Very. And
Second balls are always them.
have you got another Ahmad moment in the
I'd
the
love it,
locker?
wouldn't you? Well done, Harry.
What a
Solid.
goal, love that.
Come on, now let's react. Well done. Brilliant, Maguire.
Is he done here?
Don't know. Wrist.
Look, looks like his finger, wrist. Slow down a bit again now, innit? Just gets another foul throw, but we don't call those.
Like throwing it in there, like it's just. Surely it's a better option than doing that. Bounce it to Mount's feet. He'll give it you back.
You know, it's still 5 minutes to go,
Yeah.
but who's your guys' man of the match been?
I'm not saying it. I don't do man matches till the game's over.
You don't?
No, I don't do that. I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing anyway.
With 5 minutes to go, what?
Nice.
Can,
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Aye. Well done, you.
Get him off the ball.
Oh, you can't let that.
Just bring him down. That's a good
I
decision.
love that.
It's a good decision.
I
It's
absolutely
a great
love
decision.
that. It's what you do, man.
Professional
So you
foul.
get-
Don't
So he
mind
gets
that.
anyway. I don't know why I didn't release the ball.
Hmm.
Clean him out. It's the type of fouls you need in this.
Clean him out.
situation.
Mason Mount with his
Clean him
Danny
out.
Aaron's haircut. It's not all about.
Sorry, man. Heart.
Oh my god.
Done again. Man on.
Wan-Bissaka looks tired there, innit?
Yeah, bro, he looks cooked. We look.
Wan-Bissaka looks
Hoyland
tired.
looks. Hoyland
It's gonna
looks
be a
cooked
l-
as well.
It's gonna be
Man.
a long 4
Tell you
minutes,
what,
lads.
yeah. Hoyland looks finished as well, man.
Amrabat looks finished. He's just come on.
Fucking hell.
Strange sub that, lads. I'm not gonna lie.
You know them ones though. The first 10 minutes coming on, having not played easy, you feel like you're more tired than everyone else.
Blow.
Below. Oh my
Would he have
god!
give a free kick then or not?
Bro,
Would he give a free kick or not for that? For an Anthony? He's going psycho, isn't
I feel like he played for it too much though.
he? Yeah, he like jumps in the air a bit
Just
daft, doesn't
defend, yeah. He's not a defender. He's not used to be. You are going to get a bit of contact, isn't it? Yeah, he was never getting that. That's a dive.
Mate, I tell you what, it's a chance and a half, isn't it? He ain't going to get a free kick for that. Just put his hand on his
never
back.
getting a free kick for that. Right, 3 minutes left.
Anthony always goes on a
Probably
random
three
rant,
and a
innit?
half. Yeah.
Always kicks off out of nowhere, man.
Three
Is
and a
this
half
stage
minutes
of the
left.
season when you pick up 5 yellow cards, you don't get a suspension?
I think
Does
it
it change?
resets at a certain
It
number
goes
of
to
time.
10.
It goes to 10.
But then when you get 10 yellows, you get it's 2 matches, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, that's what happened with Rodri, innit?
Apparently,
Oh,
apparently
brilliant.
Rodri's not been booked in like 8 games or something ever since.
Brilliant, Mount.
Go on.
Go on then, what have we got?
Ireland.
Reverse. Go on then.
Release.
It's a bit
Behind
loose.
him though, innit?
Oh my God,
Oh.
nearly, you know.
It's behind him, that pass.
Come on, Reds. Come on, keep fighting, man. Don't let these out. You gotta keep running, man. Come on.
Ireland's ball
Robertson
shifting.
always looks like he's
Come
not
on.
played when he runs all game. Proper weight.
Yeah.
Probably one of the other asthmatics in the team. Okay. Oh shoot.
Like same fresh legs.
Two minutes to go.
Go on.
Come on, lads.
Come on, Reds.
Dig in, last
Big
two.
one. Go on, Harry.
Brilliant, Maguire
He's always
again.
winning.
Go on them. On
Been
them.
solid
now.
him.
That's it. Oh,
No.
Don't mind that though.
Stand on the ball.
Oh, come on, man. Basics.
Yeah,
Like you said
basics.
there. Stand on the ball, bro.
Yes.
It's wasteful.
That.
Take that though.
It's mad though, innit? Because it feels like an alright result in normal circumstances, but then it's like, does it help us, man? So you got
Jesus.
you got Villa drop points, but I'm just glad we've not been smashed really.
I don't. I thought it went to Wan-Bissaka. Like you said at the start of the game, would you have took it?
Yeah, you would take it.
You would. You know what I mean?
Doesn't
But
really.
There's a
It doesn't
minute
help.
to go. Yeah.
Don't know. Yeah, don't answer.
So I've
Yeah, I know.
I've done every Liverpool game on stream this season. Play on, you diving rat.
turn.
Mount!
Go on.
Yes.
Finish.
Mount!
Ah.
You know what? I think Ireland
That's
should have
the
passed
moment.
Mount. I think he should have played Mount.
Aye.
The left one was on.
Well
Snap it.
done, you.
Take
Brilliant,
it.
Anthony.
And you know, it's not even a foul. I love
That's
that.
class.
Curtis Jones has been weird since he come on. He looked like he's not
I'm
getting to the
Rabat.
pace of the game.
What's he gonna do here?
Oh
Give
my
them the ball.
Yeah, that's fuck.
Uncle Amrabat.
It's way off it, you know.
No
it
ways he
is.
kept that in.
Snap his legs.
It's
All
way off
day.
it, I'm
Legs.
It's way off it. I don't. It's a strange.
How has
sub.
he kept that on?
It's a strange sub. What a tackle
Yes.
that is.
Oh
What a
my
tackle. That's
God.
not a free kick. No.
Oh my god.
Was that? Did he get the ball? I actually thought he got the ball.
I think he might have, but it was just a bit
Oh
rash,
my
isn't it?
God. Why are you giving away a free kick at this time?
Everyone
of the
just
game?
stopped, didn't they?
Everyone in the box. Everyone defending the box. Oh my god.
Wow.
He's sent off, innit?
Wow.
He is off.
I don't think he's
And he's got booked. Just give him a
Is
yellow.
Oh, you can't know.
That is rash,
I
isn't
can't
it?
lie. That is.
Fucking hell.
See Cole rush of blood.
Roy
Ah,
Keane.
it's a dangerous
Roy Keane
area,
Roy
this as
Keane
well.
would have been proud of that one. He was seeing blood. It's over, lads.
One
Just
bit
ro-
of
as
defending.
in like these lot bagging. It's so obvious, man. Just call
No.
it. It's so obvious.
Away. Oh. That'll do. Come on.
2-2.
Yes, over.
You know what?
2-2. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. We would have taken a 2-2 before the game. I know Villa dropped points. Got Tottenham to play after us. And a lot of us expected us to be turned over here, but
When you just
I
look
think-
at the game as itself, like Liverpool against United, with the seasons both teams have had, like you said, I think 2-2. Like,
and at least on the positive note, we do halt Liverpool's attempt at a title, because obviously that's always good. But I'm going to say this, we will be here for the review. This stream will direct straight to it, so you don't need to go anywhere. But I think 2-2 would have taken it. A very weird performance from United, as you expect. I think the momentum was lost with Wan-Bissaka flying in like that when he maybe shouldn't have. But I think you can't argue with playing Liverpool 3 times this season and not losing any of them. But this stream will direct to the review. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes. I'm not sure if we got to 2,000 yet, but you can leave a like before we leave, and we will be back for the review.